Welcome back to part 2 of the Ghostlight Express from the Crooked Moon, available now on D&D Beyond.
That's right, Andy.
You may know us, Legends of Avantris, as the bunch of goofy goobers that you see animated shorts of featuring Chuckles the Clown, Torbeck the Bugbear, Bitsy the Mouse, and all of their silly shenanigans. But we are also publishers, and we have published The Crooked Moon, a 632-page behemoth of a folk horror tome. All of it is available on D&D Beyond. Inside, you're going to find everything that you need to run a folk horror adventure for 5th edition D&D for the 2024 rules. We have 15 subclasses, 13 species, 85 monsters, 11 of which are epic boss monsters, 13 of which are familiars with rules to summon and bond with any class. There's 13 backgrounds, 14 feats, a 350-page adventure campaign from levels 1 to 14 primarily, and then optional endgame content all the way to level 20. 26 upgrading magic items that upgrade through all tiers of play, 13 potions, 13 cursed items. There's a lot.
That's a lot
Dark
of stuff.
bargains. Dark bargains.
There's 13 dark bargains,
spooky.
exactly right. What about all those maps? There's like over 50 maps.
Oh, there's over 50
fate weaving
maps.
system. What about the fate weaving system?
Fate weaving system is where you can tie your party's backgrounds and motivation into the overall Crooked Moon adventure campaign. There is a ton
It's too much to mention.
of folk horror. There's
That's a lot
so
of
much.
stuff.
There's so much!
But we should mention the chaotic curses.
Oh my god! You may have seen on our shorts the results of the wacky chaotic curses. We have 156 of them. A table with 156 that also interface with the tarot deck if you happen to have one of those. They can be wacky, they can be hilarious, they can be scary, they can be spooky, they can be ooky. I don't think any are boring. Skeletons might show up.
That's true.
That is true.
Skeletons might show up. That scares me. And so, on D&D Beyond, you have a lot of options here. Well, you have 3 options. That's a lot. There's part 1, which is the player options and the campaign. Oh, there's a whole campaign setting! There's a whole campaign setting with the 13 provinces of just involved. And so you can get part 1 on D&D Beyond that features the character options and the campaign setting. Then part 2, you can get the adventure and the monsters, as well as the treasury for both of them. Or you can get the bundle and you save $10.
Bingo.
So, I mean,
Clear choice.
Clear choice.
What more do you want?
Yeah.
The bundle is great.
Saving.
There's so many folk horror goodies. There are even cryptids. Bigfoot's even in there. And Mothman.
I am Nikki, and I'll be your dungeon mistress this evening. Join us as we journey beneath the Crooked Moon, all aboard the Ghostlight Express.
Hungry woods, reaching high, snatch the light out from the sky. Leafy sighs, creaking bones, pray you don't get found alone. Crickly crack, the branches pop, it grows the night that never stops. The tree that leans with twisted grin, her limbs are thrown, her soul is sin. Underneath the crooked moon stalks the king on cloven hoof, in pale decay and empty gloom. He comes for you. Six horns his crown, his kingdom all. For life delicious heed his call. He carries 6 of sword and seal. Once wayward souls the fallen kneel. Run, run, don't shrink and cower, and join us at the witching hour. Skip and sing, thrashing light to smother the shrieks of endless night. Dance beneath the crooked moon, round rising rapture hand in hand, from pale decay and empty gloom.
Last time, Carnival crew found themselves through the veil after passing to the realms of death. Suddenly becoming reborn into new forms, a mysterious ghost train arrived to take them to the next stage of the afterlife, a land of eternal night called Druskenwald. After boarding the Ghostlight Express, things went wrong as a phantom train hopper attacked and attempted to corrupt the locomotive. Now, the crew has received an ominous tarot reading from the Lady of the Land, unsure of if they can stop the coming doom. Adela looks down at the card that she holds in her hand. The Tower card. A blazing wicker man atop a hill. The village alight in flame. The look on her face is distant, almost as if she's seeing something none of you can see. Seeing a different place in time. As she shakes her head, she continues to stare at the card for a minute before shuffling all of your cards back into the deck. The feelings that have overcome her at the end of this tarot reading, she quickly buries beneath a smile as she adjusts in her seat and places her hands beneath her chin.
Well, I mean, that's great. You all got your tarots read, and we even got a couple of special cards. One for the lovers and, one for me.
Oh, was that a good reading?
Well, with the cards, you can never really say whether it's good or bad. It's really guidance. It's helping you to see what the future holds for you. And it's up to you how your future plays out.
It's like a horoscope.
I'm sorry, a what?
It's all about how you interpret it. My ex-girlfriend Tiffany told me all about it.
Oh, yeah, sure, no, it sounds about right.
Are you feeling all right?
Oh, yeah, it's been a long day. The train was shaking there for a little bit. I think I'm feeling like I could take a bit of a nap. I might head to the sleeper car in a while and try and catch a couple of Z's. Maybe snuggle with Phil. But for now, I'm okay. I'm doing all right.
May I determine if I feel like she is telling the truth? That she's not shaken.
Roll a perception check. Or insight. Roll an insight.
Oh. That's gonna be a 17.
Yeah, she's not doing a very good job of hiding it. It's very clear that she is putting on airs of being okay, but there is something about the reading, whether it was the final card or the reading as a whole, that has shaken her.
Well, all right, Miss Adela. Just make sure you get some rest and
Oh, yeah.
just take it easy.
You know what? I'll have a drink. Phil, can you get your darling a drink?
And Phil nods his head, and he leans behind towards the bar and grabs a couple of the bottles and begins to mix her a drink. He barely is even looking at what he's doing. All the while, he's clearly watching Adela. You can see worry lines on his face as he monitors her, but he quickly makes a drink and holds it in his hand as he slowly walks behind her. The tapping of his cane can be heard on the wooden floor of the lounge car as he stands behind her and places the drink in front of her, leans down, places a gentle kiss on her cheek, and whispers something softly into her ear. She looks at him and smiles and nods, and he makes his way back towards the bar, leans up against the wall, and crosses one leg over the other. And he looks content, he looks happy, but he continues to monitor.
Oh, is she back?
I mean, she's just been sitting there at the table with you.
Oh.
Well, everything's gonna be fine. And if
yeah,
anything
of
not's
course.
gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine soon. So don't you worry. A pretty hair on your little chinny chin chin. Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh, yeah, no, nothing's wrong at all. I'm Scout's on.
Oh, no, I'm sure you're right. And honestly, it's just been such a long trip. I think it's really time that Phil and I get home to Chateau Clair de Lune. So, I mean, I'm not sure how long we've been on this train. It feels like forever, but we can't be too far from Druskenwald. And then I'll be home, safe and sound, in my own bed. I'm sure you can't wait to get back home to yours. Or I guess wherever you're going.
I mean, who's to say, frankly? I mean, you know, you could say we're a couple of vagabonds, a group of renegades. Oh. We go where the wind takes us, and, you know, trailblazers. Where we lay our head is our bed.
Right now, the train is taking us to wherever we end up. We have no home in Druskenwald. There really is no place where we could call our...
Maybe you can help direct us when we get there. I mean, home's kind of currently behind us.
And of course, you're welcome at Chateau Clair de Lune anytime you want to come by and stay.
Thank you.
It's been lovely getting
fancy.
to know you.
Thank you.
You all seem very sweet. Just peachy, every single one of you. I am feeling a bit tired though, so if it's all right with you, I think I'm gonna have Phil escort me to the sleeper car.
Oh.
You all can enjoy the bar and the lounge and just the rest of the ride. And if you need anything, well, we're room number 1.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we're not going to stop by or nothing. No. That would be uncool.
And if we're not there, we'll be right back here. So you'll know where to find us if you need us.
Rest well.
Have a good evening.
And we'll discuss other options for, like, forms once we get there. We don't talk about it.
Sleep well.
Taller forms. And it was a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, lovely to meet you too.
My lady.
And she gets up, and you see she's a little bit shaky as she rights herself, and Phil quickly, almost quicker than your eyes perceive, darts behind her and holds her up. As he wraps his arm around her, they begin to glide out of the stroll out of the train car. But you realize that Phil is holding her up. She is so petite and short that he's got her in his arms, and her feet are not even touching the ground as he moves them out of the lounge car. And with this gentle click of the door, Philip and Adela make their way to a little bit of an afternoon nap. And you are left in the smoky confines of the lounge car. And you look around you, and outside of the single hate that you have seen here, you're alone here. But the bar is stocked. The tufted seats are plush. The ambiance is cozy and relaxing with the gentle flickering of the yellow light of the wall sconces.
The moment that they are gone and have exited the car, I will look around with the rest of my community and say, well, Torbeck doesn't want to alarm anybody, but Torbeck understands that we just told her that everything's going to be fine. Does Torbeck need to remind all of you that Frost literally got a card of death and Torbeck got the devil? That doesn't seem very good.
Well, we also know that nothing's gonna be okay. Torbeck, all right? The train's all fucked up. Yeah, that spooky ghost. He was a spooky ghost, and he told to do things. I look over to the Haint.
You look to the Haint, and you see that she is looking wistfully out the window. One of her legs is draped over the other as she rocks her foot back and forth to a melody that's playing in her head and her head alone. The dress that she's wearing is completely covered in sequined fringe or beaded fringe, and as she moves and she holds her cigarette aloft in her hand, you watch as her spectral dress jingles this way and that, almost like a dance. And it's almost enchanting as you watch this. You realize that you notice a single spectral tear rolling down her cheek. She quickly wipes it away with one finger. So quickly you almost didn't notice it was there as she tries to temper down whatever feeling she's keeping under control. But there's a sorrow about her. And you realize that sorrow, you felt it when you entered this car. You had a small encounter with her when you first entered, but that feeling that she's emanating is growing. And it's beginning to, you're able to feel it now on the opposite end of this train car.
What were we supposed to say, man? I mean, the vagrant said keep it all on the hush.
Torbeck just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page. If we're lying, we're lying.
I mean, you figure you got a bad card. Man said the fool.
That's very rude.
I mean, mine said strength.
Yeah, why do
Maybe it's just some kind of pure reflection of us.
Why do you get to be the strength, but you get to be the emperor, and we all got terrible cards?
Well, I feel like the reading was all generally positive. Even with death and the devil and the fool.
The literal devil!
Yeah, but wasn't it like kind of a friendly devil, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Smiling, grinning devil.
Wait a minute, what's wrong with the devil?
What do you mean?
Oh, Torbeck's sorry.
Come on!
Torbeck's not used to the way you
I know we're
look
not
now.
both goblinoids anymore, but what's all of a sudden everyone's got a problem with devils?
Sorry, Torbeck didn't mean that. Torbeck's card was wonderful.
Don't make me sting you and say it's just in my nature, Torbeck.
Wait, are you an actual devil, or are you like Gid was before he looked like this, where he kind of looked like a devil, but he really wasn't at all?
Well, I
Yeah.
think I'm more devilish. I don't think I'm full devil, but I don't really know the cosmology.
Devilishly good looking.
That's true, I do have a fine goatee.
oh man.
We should take seriously these card readings. I think that she has the prophetic gift. And I think that these cards all do have some reflection of our future. She's connected to the space between life and death, that liminal spot, and I imagine that there's going to be meaning in these cards for each of us.
How about first we take advantage of this bar?
I wouldn't mind a drink.
Yeah!
I like the way you think.
Well, serve them up.
Well, you gotta deal with the ghost. We gotta deal with the hang.
Can't do with a little bit of whiskey?
I bet she's down too.
Yeah!
Fine.
Everybody knows the best cure for sadness is alcohol.
Torbeck, you're a mad genius!
Okay, let's do it. What to do there, Miss Lady? My associates noticed you from across the room, and I wanted to inquire if we may sit with you for a while.
Oh, honey, you know that we already talked, right?
No, well, I mean, yeah, I gave you a little wave, but, now that the time has passed, I just
If you want to take a seat, you can go ahead. I'm not going to stop you.
All right, just sit down.
All right. Well,
Give me a drink.
Okay, gosh.
Yeah.
Did you at least get a girl a drink?
yeah, we got one right here.
Torbeck's working on it. We complain about hair in the booze. I'll go pour some drinks, and I'll bring them over, but my finger will be in each of the glasses as I grab all 6 of them and place them down.
I see this and I stand and I go make my own drink. I'll reach for a bottle of milk, thinking of my tabaxi past. But all of a sudden I realize that's not the flavor set that I want, and I start scurrying around and looking for what my new taste buds might entice me. But I'll keep the bottle.
Believe it or not, his hygiene's improved.
I know it smells like wet dog, but that's a very big improvement. It's almost like, oh dear, wet dog, eh?
You definitely should have smelled him before. This is a huge improvement.
She looks between all of you, and she looks concerned. You know I'm a ghost, right? I can't smell a thing.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wait, you can't smell, can you taste?
I can't taste a thing,
Oh, no.
but I sure do feel a whole lot.
Oh, what ails you so, spirit?
I don't want to burden you with my mortal and deathly troubles.
Oh, trust me, we're burdened with far worse things right now. Your burdens are just a mere passing, would be a relief, a temporary relief.
In life, I was a singer. Music was my passion. But I was never fully able to rise to my true potential. I always yearned to fill rooms and sing songs that filled the hearts of everyone who listened. And I never got the chance. And now I'm here in death, hearing my eternal song, never able to fully live up to that dream. Now eternity awaits me, and I'll never reach it. She looks out the window, and you see the tear again roll down her cheek.
Oh, That's very sad.
Well, you know, it's never too late, right? To learn a new skill or a talent. Or do you think it is?
What is a new skill or talent gonna do for me?
I don't know. I mean,
Maybe give you a new dream.
yeah.
Right, Grammy?
Yeah, you know, turn over a new leaf, or you know, why can't you become a wonderful singer, musician right now, right this very second?
Who's gonna listen that's gonna remember?
Well, I think we would.
Oh, we'll remember. I don't think we're technically dead no more.
Yes, we're corporeal. We have the ability to remember, taste, and smell. We have the ability to listen to your song and feel the swell of emotions as you perform your art.
We're great at listening to music.
I couldn't sing without some instrumentation. Maybe you could find me, I don't know, something that could play a backing track. I would sing for you,
We'll remember if
perform for you.
we survive, that is.
Don't listen to him. What is your favored genre to sing?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
He means genre. He just mispronounces words often.
What?
Oh,
It's definitely genre.
I love a bit of blues and a bit of jazz.
Yeah.
You say jazz?
Sounds lovely.
Grammy.
Do you like jazz of the ominous variety?
I don't mind a bit of minor chord.
I pull out the trombone. I play along to the song that we're listening to on the gramophone.
Roll a performance check.
I'm a little new to this. I apologize for any rustiness. 17.
It takes you a minute as you begin to play the trombone to get used to playing this instrument in your new form. But you find your rhythm and you begin to play along with the song that's playing very gently over the speakers in this car.
I'm new to this.
And
my first
she
day.
looks at you and she smiles a bit as she begins to sway along to the music. And she eventually gets up out of her chair, swinging her hips from side to side as she walks over to the bar. She leans forward and grabs whiskey, pours herself a shot and downs it, knowing full well that she can't taste the alcohol. It's as if she's done this many times before, and as she turns around, her entire persona has changed. The sadness about her has completely disappeared as she begins to sing. She begins to sing these words: "Impossible to think at all without the thought of you and me. It all would fall, nothing left to hold the stars and seas apart. Ridiculous, there ever was a world without a you and me. To not recall a you at all would send it all crashing down. Floating over the storm, love as soft as a cloud. Incredible that through it all, the dashed and broken stardust fell and settled into you and me and all the time we need." And as the song slowly comes to a close, you begin to see her form start to shift, and it becomes even more incorporeal. She looks towards all of you as the final notes leave her lips, and you watch as she completely dissipates into nothing, having found whatever it was that she needed to that was holding her to this plane. You watch as the songstress moves on. That sadness that had been filling up this car completely dissipates. That weight that you had been feeling here is no longer present. And the car feels warmer, it feels lighter, it feels happier. And you remember the words that the vagrant told you, that he had a fear of that tendril of magic that the passenger had brought aboard the Ghostlight Express, and the fear that it would affect these haints that were still holding on to something from their past lives. And you feel that you have done something right here in releasing the songbird from this, the songstress.
Grammy, you did it, man.
Did I just kill somebody?
That's what Torbeck was worried about, but Torbeck feels better now. Like,
No.
everything is lighter.
Well, she was already dead, man. I think you just kind of helped her. I don't know. It kind of feels like she
Super killed her.
oh man, you super killed her!
No!
Oh, you played a mean piece of brass!
Yeah, he blew a mean piece of
blew
brass!
a mean piece of brass!
And it was the secret to her moving on. It was true. Did you hear the lyrics? And her voice was so pretty.
It was touching, but I mean, my trombone's got a higher kill count than my literal gun.
Well,
I don't think that you killed her.
no.
I think that you were able to release her, tether from this world so that she could move beyond the veil.
You don't think she got tired of my playing and just decided to, like, you know, move on, just get away from me,
we
right?
can't rule that out, but probably not.
I mean, it's not possible. But
She was dancing along. Look at her body language, Cremmy. Body language.
Yeah, she was all
her
like,
body language was she died.
No,
Her body language, she super died.
No.
Right as Grammy was playing a mean piece of brass.
I'll never play again.
You
I
only
mean,
did-
don't say the body language thing.
you saved us all. You heard her. She was like, oh, impossible.
Yeah.
Over the city.
Really good.
She was inspired to
Fly
sing a
me
song.
to the space moon. I mean, you heard it. She
Heard
was,
the lyrics.
No, they said Stardust, not
Something
it's
about
not-
Stardust.
She was like, oh, Stardust. She was so, it was coming from the heart. I mean, not the heart, the ghostly core.
Spectral organs.
The ghostly center.
Yeah.
At the center of every
Fantasy.
bootsy pop.
All I know, man, is she was crying tears, and by the time you finished playing, she was smiling a big smile.
Yeah.
As she exploded into ghost stuff. So, I mean, hey, you know, who's to say?
This may be easier than we thought. If we just have to get people to realize what they are holding on to and had let them release, then they'll be free from their spiritual bond. I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to pull out my calligrapher's tools. And I'm going to make a map now. I'm going to make a...
Who knows what that word means?
I'm going to instead use them to write on parchment. I'm going to write out the lyrics.
Useless.
I'm gonna write out the lyrics as a memento, a token, a memory, because that was what she asked for, was to be remembered. And I will roll that up and I will put it in my pack next to my bottle of milk.
That's very
You
touching.
do that.
I will look to see if anything's been left behind of her. I think about my new background as a gravekeeper, where I feel like I felt. Do I feel like as a gravekeeper that I felt her passing on?
I would
given-
say it would be very easy for you to tell that that's what happened. There was a peacefulness to it. It was not an evil thing. It was not an angry thing. The sadness that had loomed here was removed because of her passing on. And she had a smile. There was a happiness on her face as she finished her song and was able to fulfill that dream that she had always longed for, to be that songstress that made an impact.
It was a requiem that she deserved. I could feel her moving on. We have done a good thing here. And I feel like if all we have to do is just help all these other ghosts, maybe that's the purpose and the identity that I've been looking for.
Yeah, we're just gonna trombone all these guys to death. Super death.
No, we're not.
Oh,
No, we're not trouble. That's not the lesson here, Torbeck.
Oh.
That's not the lesson.
sorry.
I mean, well, how's the trombone factor in there?
And I mean, the trombone was relevant to her tragic past when she liked a little bit of jazz.
So the trombone's not the key to all this?
No!
It kind of feels like the trombone was the key to all
we,
this.
Look, if
we
we-
absolutely cannot rule out that the trombone is the key to all.
If we run into
The
other...
only reason we beat the last guy was because of the trombone. He's playing a mean, he's blowing a mean piece of brass the last guy was.
We're batting 1,000 here with the trombone.
The
If we run into other people who need to hear music, then the trombone can come into play.
We'll see if the next hang that we come across is trombone themed somehow, and then you can try that. But let's not immediately try to trombone everyone we meet to super death.
I think maybe
Okay.
we should open with the trombone.
I would like
Let's
to
just
trombone
see.
everyone we come across.
No!
No, I mean it's my new thing.
Look, if you can try it, but if they seem angry about it, stop right away.
All I know, I'm trying to wait. I can't believe that I've been trying to find my new thing. Crummy gets a gun. Everyone is tall and cool. I'm short. I don't know my new thing. I tried to be ye old cowpoke, and that didn't work. I tried to be this. I'm gonna see if the lantern works. Who goes? Because I'm gonna hobble off to the next train car.
We all cringe. We all absolutely cringe in horror.
Perhaps I am the old gravekeeper on the edge of town.
What lantern are you using?
I had the lantern from my gravekeeper background.
Nice. But you had mentioned you were looking for something.
Oh, yeah.
We distracted you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was looking to see if there's any kind of I'm gonna look around the car to see if there's any kind of like spectral remnant or anything that's left for. I want to make sure that she's gone and not like temporarily hiding, like a Luigi's Mansion.
Roll a
If we're the only ones here,
roll a perception.
I will help Greco look
at
around.
advantage.
Oh, 16. Not bad.
You make your way over to the bar and you take a look around and you're looking for any spectral remnants, anything that would say that her spirit still lingers. And you find nothing that would insinuate that her spirit still lingered here. What you do find is the cigarette holder that she had been using. It is
spooky.
It has fallen to the ground and it is corporeal. Something that you could hold on to. Picking it up, it doesn't feel magical at all. It just is a final is the final remainder. How would you say that? Final remains.
The final remains.
Yeah, the final remains of the songstress. And as you're looking at it, you notice something above the bar. There is a painting here. It is vivid, lifelike. Unlike all of the other paintings, there are other paintings that dot along the bar, but this one is different. You move closer to it. It is the painting of a seascape. And as you get closer to it, you can almost smell the sea just wafting off of the canvas. Occasionally you do hear the gulls. You feel the sea breeze against your face, a warmth that is not present because of the fire that's roaring in the hearth, but
I can almost hear the gulls. I'm Claire Frost. Caw, caw, caw.
Why did I do that? Bizarre.
Guys,
What is that?
it's an enchanting painting of the sea.
Oh, Dorbeck thought it was boy with trombone.
That's very funny. I look in my lantern. I feel my hunch, and I look up at the painting. I feel like it's calling to me. Maybe I'm meant to spend my afterlife as an old lighthouse keeper
Oh,
and
that
be an
explains-
old wiki.
That explains the lantern.
The lantern.
Well, it would make sense.
Well, I guess I'll have to put this cool crossbow down, and I'm gonna.
Whoa! Okay. Who's gonna take that?
It's just off the wall?
It spoke to me.
Are we art thieves now?
I'm not gonna. I just had a moment that gave me spiritual awakening, just like the Hank that sang that lovely song. And I'm not gonna let this go. I need to linger with it, but I can't linger here like the Hanks would have lingering, because we gotta go.
They're never gonna have us over at Claire's house now. We're stealing paintings off the walls, man.
What?
Claire's house.
Claire's house.
Oh,
She was like, come on.
Oh,
Claire,
the-
come stay at Claire's house.
the Chet here.
Oh, Claire DeLuca.
Oh, Claire
yeah,
DeLuca.
Yeah. Claire DeLuca. She was talking
Is that
about
what it was?
I think so.
I had grand names around here. You know, it was just
I
like,
don't believe that's what she said. No.
Anyways, I feel like this has called to me, and I feel like I finally. You can't be happy for me for once. Finally, I realize in afterlife I'm supposed to be a remote, isolated wiki, a lighthouse keeper.
I'll be happy with it if you carry it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hold on to it, and
It's about as big as you are.
well, if you're stealing a giant painting, I'm taking a bottle of whiskey.
Okay, hold on.
If you're taking a whole painting, I'm taking a bottle of
They
whiskey.
said that we could enjoy our drink. I took a bottle of milk. He can take a painting, and if the vagrant decides that we can't have these things, perhaps he'll smote us at the end of this journey.
I'm going
Not
to
if you
hang.
play the trombone.
Oh, yeah, it's the trombone.
The key to all this? Wait, before we go. That beautiful songstress. just wanted to be remembered. And she wanted to be a star. So I think a toast.
Oh!
With a beautiful voice.
Hold on. Okay, it's okay. Come on.
To the songstress.
To the songstress. Your final song was beautiful.
And a round of applause.
A true swan song.
Bravo.
For a true starlet.
I don't think I'm into milk anymore.
You drink the milk, and it's not milk. It's a creamy alcoholic beverage.
Oh, it's coffee liqueur in here. this is growing on me.
It's a nice
Oh, it's Kabua.
Yeah. That's a ghost theme. That's very funny.
That's cute.
I like that a lot.
That's cute.
I use my calligrapher's tools to write Kabua on the side.
I got it pretty quick.
Yeah.
I got it pretty
You
quick.
did.
Yeah.
I'm very
I didn't
impressed.
catch it immediately, but I was there.
Okay.
That's very funny.
I'm going to bring this cigarette holder because she wanted to go to Druskenwald, and she may not be able to, but at the very least, this last piece of her will go.
Well, do you know what you're doing with that? You ever use one of those things? Why don't I hold on?
Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna put his eye out. He's stealing art. He's gonna burn his eyes.
You really are going to do well at that lighthouse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, ahoy, ye swabby. There'll be a strange enchantment in the light. Huh?
Maybe you should put his eye out so that it can wear an eye
Made
patch.
have an eye patch. I mean, yeah, pretty smart.
Okay, here you go. We just need to make sure that we get it to Druskenwald safe and sound.
All right, I'll take good care of it.
Okay.
We gotta get to Druskenwald safe and sound first and foremost.
I believe we can do anything as long as we bring this with us.
All right, let's proceed.
I'll open the door so that you can slide through, Grigo.
Hold on, okay. Ooh, this is heavy. Can someone get the door?
I'm going to go to the end of the car, and I'm going to open the door. And what do I see when I look through the door? Is there another... do I look into the beyond? And
It is the same situation that you encountered when you moved into the dining car. It looks like there's just a connection to another car, but as you step into it, you realize that you're in this almost foggy realm that is holding you here until all of you make your way into this space.
So we all end up in
And
this
you all,
limbo.
The moment the last person makes their way in, you spill out into a new car.
I'm going to take a moment to look back at the car and sort of contemplate, once everyone's passed in through the door, and contemplate what's this experience is actually meaning to me. And finally, I'll turn and I will walk through the door.
Small doorway.
All right, can you please roll a d6 for me, please?
5.
You all make your way into another car. The baggage car's musty scent lingers in the air, a strange contrast to its faded elegance. Polished wood paneling and brass fixtures, worn and tarnished by time, line the walls. Heaps of dusty old canvas bags and wooden chests clutter the space, but among them stands a fresh cluster of fine leather travel trunks embossed with the letter D.
Oh.
You find yourself in this car, surrounded by baggage, by other people's luggage. At first, seems completely empty. The comforting sounds of the music that were playing in the lounge car are completely gone in this space. And you can hear the sound of that strange fog that is outside of the Ghostlight Express rushing past, the wheels churning and moving, the sounds of the smokestack belching. But that sound of the fog rolling by is so present, and then you realize that's not the sound of the fog. What is that noise? There is a strange, almost airy noise that you can hear coming from somewhere in this baggage car.
This is people's stuff. Oh,
There's like a whole bunch of it.
they don't need this, right? I mean, they're a bunch of ghosts.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
Well, I
We don't
mean,
know that.
The songstress didn't need it. I mean, I guess maybe this is all, Lord Phillips and
Philip Menadella
Hold on.
seem to be luggage carrying types.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it down for a second.
I like to think that every time you move the painting, the water inside is like swishing back and forth inside the frame.
That's exactly what's happening.
Okay. We need to make sure there ain't no spooky ghosts around here.
We're in a ghost train.
What's that? What's that sound?
Ooh. Oh, no, say a thing.
Who goes there? And my tail with the lantern will lean forward.
How loud do you say this?
Very loud.
Who goes there?
You immediately hear that noise get a little bit louder as you realize it is the sound of snoring, but it doesn't sound to be humanoid snoring. It sounds animalistic. You hear the noise of whatever this creature is stir for a minute and then complete silence as you're all practically holding your breaths before you hear the heave and sigh again of the snores slowly picking up.
We should be quiet. That sounded bad.
That didn't sound like any ghost, man.
I think a monster goes there. What is it?
Wasn't that your whole thing in life?
Yeah.
Oh,
Should we like look around for it?
Dang it.
Get some eyes on it?
the one time it would have been relevant. I'm dead and I don't got that stuff no more. I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna try to remember who I was in life.
Dig deep.
I'm gonna try to listen to this breathing and try to like move bags around, look for any
Roll a
hints,
perception check
look
for me.
where this monster is. That is going to be a 14.
You begin to move some of the cargo around. You notice a significant portion of these of the trunks and baggage, the baggage itself is all marked with a very fancy letter D. All of the well-made pieces of luggage are. And there are a significant amount of them in the baggage car as you begin to move all of these pieces this way and that, and eventually you see a flash of ghostly green as you realize behind a large stack of luggage is what looks to be a sleeping, ghostly tiger. Its body in the form of a ghostly greenish flame. The flames flicking this way and that. Its bestial snoring, now that you have moved some of the luggage away, is now significantly louder in this space. As you look down at it, you see that its tail is adorned with a hot iron ring.
What? Hot iron
A
ring?
hot iron ring. And where this tiger is this spectral greenish flame, this iron ring looks to be fully corporeal.
I try to think back to who I was in life. I was a beast tamer in the circus. I don't know if I remember how much I remember and how fuzzy it is. I was a beast tamer. I knew about animals. I knew about monsters. Do I recognize this kind of spirit at all?
Roll, and let's do nature.
Nature. There you go. That is an 18.
At first, you have no recollection of what this thing is. But as you look at it, it reminds you of you worked at a carnival, which is not too dissimilar from a circus. And you have been to circuses before. You had seen tigers in the Big Top, and the way that they would perform this iron ring reminds you of one of the tools that they would utilize in those performances. But this isn't just a run-of-the-mill tiger. This is something that you had heard stories of, that sometimes the other carnies would talk about, not wanting to go out in the swamps for fear that the spectral form of the wild pyre would appear. It is a tiger, a spectral tiger, completely made of flame.
Oh, what?
What is it? Gosh, I'm actually useful for once. Gosh. What is it?
I mean,
What
that
is
thing's
it?
pretty cool looking, man.
You've changed a lot, Grego.
I really have. Thank you, Frosty.
I would say you also know that they're incredibly dangerous.
Okay. That's a wild pyre. They are creatures what have died in fire, usually of the circus, and they're very dangerous. They're very deadly. I feel like we should not disturb it.
Can we just skedaddle on past real quiet like?
Perhaps it's another one of these spirits that needs freeing. We may need to engage it and use the trombone.
This is a savage beast, man. I was gonna say. It's a savage beast, Crummy.
This is a little trombone coated.
The trombone,
Now,
man.
Gideon, are you yelling or are you
Staged.
trying to
No,
speak
we're-
in hushed
Wow.
tones?
We're yelling at the table, but in reality we're hushed,
So
very hushed,
excited.
very
I'm
hushed.
just
We're so hushed.
excited.
I would like you all to roll a stealth check.
Oh man, I crushed it. 20.
Torbeck got a 10. Torbeck's not very stealthy in this life.
Oh. 19.
I rolled a natural 1 plus 5 is a 6.
16.
Wait.
Disadvantage.
I don't have a heroic inspiration, do I?
Torbeck.
Oh, one thing that as you're having this conversation, you feel your voices begin to get louder. You're so used to speaking in loud spaces that controlling your volume is not something you're familiar with doing, but you need to in this moment, and you catch yourself as you try and quiet yourself, but you feel almost an uncanny ability to control yourself, as if you are emboldened in a way you hadn't been before. And you all think back to that. You've been feeling that feeling. You felt it with the songbird, and you felt it in the things that you've done since your tarot reading with Adela. You all, for an hour, have the benefits of the bless spell. No concentration required. Having performed a tarot reading with Adela. But unfortunately, that doesn't matter, because that only applies to attack rolls and saving throws. However, there were enough of you that succeeded that you do feel, even with this newfound ability that you feel in your very core, even without the use of that in this moment, you feel like you are quiet enough, you're in control enough of your new forms, that you would be able to sneak past this creature and make it all the way through the baggage car and into the next train, should you choose.
Okay. Yeah, these are very dangerous. It would probably kill us.
Well, then we'll just sneak on by.
Wait, you think one animal could kill all 5 of us?
I mean, not a chance, man.
It'd probably just kill me and then move on. I'm quite diminished from our first encounter with those spirits.
It's a cool thing. It's on fire, you know.
Wait, is this the hate? Do we need to put it to rest?
That's what I'm saying. It could be the creature that we need to convince to let go.
Oh, there's hates on every car.
The vagrant did say we gotta like deal with them in every car, I think.
But that's just a wildfire. I ain't never heard of no hate before this.
You think wildfires like trombone music?
I'm telling you, I think it's trombone time.
Most creatures do enjoy trombone.
Tromboning?
Trombone.
Okay. All I'm gonna say is you can do whatever you want. I finally am useful, so this is very dangerous. We just take by. But if you guys want to try to poke the tiger while sleeping,
Well, no, but look, here's the thing. If we get a sneak by, but this is one of the hints we need to help move on, what's the plan?
maybe we could speak to it. I am a gravekeeper.
Oh my god.
Why don't you speak to it? And if you, perhaps it'll wake up and be like, oh, I'm trapped in a body of a wildfire. I just need to remember how nice my mom was or something.
And remember at the carnival, you were so good at working with the tigers and the lions and the bears and the owl bears
Yeah, just
and
pick,
the owl
just
tigers.
pick up a
and the
chair
owl lions.
and go to work.
It's just another carnival animal, man. You're great at that stuff.
Here. I will help you, and I will give you guidance.
Oh,
Using
thank
my
you.
Azure-born feature that allows me to access the beyond. Feel the winds of magic.
Okay. What would a wildfire like to eat?
Other than flesh?
I'm gonna do this.
Flaming hot.
Okay.
boo.
I'm gonna grab the.
No, that didn't work.
No offense.
You're thinking of Boogles.
Or you could have said creme brulee.
Those are all pretty good. But, you know.
I don't know. I like flaming out boo toes.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. You're right. I know these are dangerous, but I am a beast speaker now. I'm a grave keeper, and I can put this soul to rest. Hear me, tiger, wildfire, I'm here. You died in a fire. That's terrible for you.
The moment that Gricko screams, he is leaning over this wildfire. The moment that he screams, the wildfire immediately raises its head and begins to look around. And as its eyes focus on you, it lets out this horrifying spectral roar that shivers you to your very core. And you imagine you have mere seconds before it's going to attack.
Speak to me, to beast. Tell me what ails you. Do you wish to hear a song from a trombone?
Quick, start playing.
Doing it.
I need you all to roll for initiative.
What?
No, but we're here to help it.
But you just woke up a tiger, and it's now attacking you.
What is this?
But he
an
plays
MGM movie?
He plays a mean piece of brass.
Gricko, as you scream and start
What ails you?
speaking to this tiger, it wakes from its sleep as you command Kremi to play his trombone. The music erupts out of this instrument and echoes throughout this space. The tiger rears up to attack, but you see its every move, Frost. You are able to take your first turn in battle.
I am going to use a Crooked Moon spell. Ooh! I'm going to reach out. I am going to. I'm getting more and more resonance with my connection to the beyond here. All the things that I had pushed away in my mortal life are starting to flood back in. And I realized that perhaps by invoking those whispers that I've always ignored, I can perhaps charm this creature. I'm gonna cast Captivate Undead. As I reach out with my hands, you're going to see my eyes start to glow with this eldritch light, and I try to catch its eyes. Even though it's focused on Gricko, I'm going to speak a few arcane words and reach into its mind to see if I can charm it. I usurp the negative energy animating an undead creature, and presuming that it's undead, which I can only assume, I reach out, and the wildfire has to make a charisma saving throw.
9.
On a failed save for the duration, the target has the charmed condition.
Wildfire is immune to charm.
But per the parameters of the spell, it ignores immunity to that condition, which means it is now capital F friendly to me.
But it's not friendly to me.
No. I am going to feeling the magic take hold and knowing that this creature is soft to me. I'm going to walk forward and I'm going to get between Gricko and the wildfire. Fight him. Easy, boy. Okay. Easy, please. Relax. Just focus on me. Focus on the sound of my voice. Everything's all right. There's no reason to attack anyone.
He's a cat, or he was a cat.
I was a cat. I was a cat.
He is friendly to you, so he has no intention of attacking you. But that doesn't mean he's going to want to do everything that you tell him. So I want you to roll an animal handling check at advantage.
Okay. I will also say, as I say this, I think I have him with my magic, with my mind. Please, just everyone relax. An animal handling at advantage, you say?
And the DC for this would be adjusted because it is friendly to you.
Okay. I'm not a great animal handler, but with a 16.
Oh yeah. Oh. You harness the innate memories that you have of your tabaxi life. And there is, even though you are no longer in that form, there is an innate connection between you and this creature that in its own life had been a tiger.
Easy now. Easy. I have this bottle of milk.
It seems to respond really well to you. You hold out the bottle of alcoholic creamy liqueur.
the Kabua. The kaboo I pour into a little saucer.
You pour the kaboo into a little saucer, and the wildfire begins to sink down towards the ground. Looking between all of you, it arches its back, its tail whips back and forth. It seems to be fairly placated as it begins to lick up the kaboo.
There you go. Crico, everyone back up.
Should we good here, man?
I think we're okay.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I reached out. I was able to captivate it with my new powers.
How long does this last?
It lasts for a full minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, up to an hour.
Oh my god.
My apologies.
Okay.
Frosty, cleanse it like Crummy did, man. Do something cool.
Yeah, how do we get rid of it?
Make it turn into dust.
Do we need to help you release your tether from this world? I'm gonna start to like nuzzle behind its ears a little bit.
Ask him if his big dream was to also be a singer.
Was your big dream also be we have a trombone?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Perhaps we need to find a ghost here. Are you aware of any ghosts in this area?
As you say that, you watch as the wildfire arches its back and slowly turns towards the door. It begins to paw in front of it, scratching. Normally would be scratching into the wood of the floor of the train, but its spectral nails just move through it, doing no damage that you can tell.
Cool.
As it looks almost angrily towards the door, and you see that hiding behind the last stack of baggage and luggage are two spectral legs that are sticking out. There is clearly something there. They look humanoid, and I would say, at this point with your experience in the Ghostlight Express, would imagine that there might be a haint. Potentially asleep as well.
Everyone, there are two legs over there. I'm gonna stay with the wildfire and keep it calm. I think that perhaps he's not the one we're meant to help.
Okay, well, we can handle the ghost or haint or whatever, and you deal with the flaming tiger.
You have 58 minutes and 23 seconds.
Okay, let's go.
Probably less than that. I mean, you fed that fire tiger alcohol. I mean, he's got like 30 seconds left.
Guys, I don't think I'm good with beasts or monsters no more.
Well, that's okay.
That's fine. I got the whole lighthouse thing.
Yeah.
A new leaf.
A new leaf.
You got that whole painting, man. I mean, what are you gonna do with that if you were good with monsters? One
Smells like a storm on the wind these days. Okay.
Good kitty. No, I'm not gonna touch it. I'd like to, we're gonna go approach the.
Try to sneak past the pyre tiger.
So at this point, you're all making your way past the pyre tiger. The imminent danger that you felt like you were in seems to dissipate as the tiger is solely, the wildfire is solely focused on Frost. As Frost, you gently scratch at its neck, and you
like the tummy?
You pet it, you rub its belly as you feed it, this alcoholic, creamy liqueur.
My hand is on fire.
And the rest of you make your way towards the exit to this train car as if you're moving on to the next. And as you get closer, you realize that exactly what was pointed out to you is true. There are two spectral legs that are sticking out from beneath a pile of luggage. And as you get closer and closer to it, you see that there is a man here. He is chubby, thick jowls. He is dressed in a striped outfit, and given your line of work, you've seen prisoners before.
Oh yeah.
This is very akin to outfits that you would have seen from escaped convicts, some of which you hired for Carnival La Cruz.
That's true.
This haint is leaning up against the wall, one arm slouched over one of the cases. It's clearly marked D, most likely for Druskenwald, and all you hear is just groaning, moaning noise coming from this entity. Now that you're close,
He's already letting go. You guys.
Is he asleep or ugly crying? Torbeck has seen this many times.
Why don't you go like relate to him? I don't know.
Yeah.
Torbeck?
I think this one's you,
The
man.
sad, pathetic loser ghost that we've seen so far.
Oh, this sucks. Okay. And I'll shuffle over and I'll
You're
say,
already doing it.
Yeah, and I'll shuffle over to him a little closer. Hey there.
He's just screaming, but you notice.
Are you okay or
don't
passing a
know.
kidney stone?
You notice that he's holding his stomach.
Oh, you sound like you might be in pain.
I am in pain.
Torbeck's name is Torbeck. What's your name?
He looks up at you, and you see for a second a flash of hunger across his face as he looks at you. And then he shakes his head and, I'm just really damn hungry.
Oh, that's fixable. Have you ever had licorice?
Yeah, I've had licorice before, but that's not what I want.
Okay. What do you want?
I want steak.
Oh,
Oh, God, what I wouldn't give for steak.
like a steak and eggs? Like a
Oh, you just said my last meal.
Oh, that's a touchy subject. Is that upsetting? Have I upset?
He looks up at you and he grabs the scruff of your collar and he pulls you closer and he goes, "You don't understand what it's like, kid.
Torbeck's not a kid.
You don't know what it's like living your last days knowing that you're finally, you're gonna go to your deathbed, but it's gonna be with steak and eggs in your belly."
Torbeck's like 45, just to be clear. Is there some way that Torbeck can help?
I died before I got to eat my steak and eggs.
Never made it out of pain. How many years you do, fella?
He moves Torbeck to the side, but he doesn't let go of your stuff. 45, and then he looks up at you, Torbeck.
I think he's making that up.
That's a long time. I mean, jeez.
You don't know what it's like to be this hungry. To be so hungry in death. All I want's my steak and eggs.
Sir, please stop screaming at Torbeck's ear. It's very loud.
I'm not sure what's
Torbeck
happening.
is very close.
I go back towards the wildfire.
No, I want you. Please don't leave Torbeck. Please
Yeah,
don't leave Torbeck.
I
Please
leave.
Torbeck.
I walk past. I look at the wildfire and I go and I grab the painting again.
I think Torbeck's got this.
And I
Go to the next car.
shimmy back.
Like, oh gosh, I hope this doesn't catch on fire. I hope this doesn't catch on fire.
Torbeck, ask him if he likes trombone music.
Torbeck doesn't have a steak or eggs. Could we interest you in some trombone music?
You see his face alight in anger. I went to jail because I killed a trombone player.
Okay, well, the good news is we don't have any trombone players in our party. Hey, Mr. Kremmy, Torbeck remembers that maybe you used to cook us food.
Oh yeah, I did. Absolutely, yeah.
Do you have any steak and eggs on you?
What do I f***ing look like?
What about that previous luxury car, man? Was there food back there and drinks and stuff?
It was just booze.
There was a full bar, but Torbeck didn't see any steak and eggs.
Do I look like some kind of rat? Am I gonna jump on your shoulders and pull your long, disgusting hair and cook him a Sunday brunch?
I love Raccacoonie.
That's a deep cut, sir. Could you please let go of Torbeck's coat, please? Torbeck is uncomfortably close to you.
You kind of smell like steak and eggs.
No, Torbeck smells like wet dogs. They're not even close.
Oh, would it help you to gaze upon a beautiful romantic painting?
No, Gregory doesn't like art. He doesn't like art. No.
He like doubles over just holding his stomach. I don't think you understand what it's like to die on an empty stomach. I waited. I fasted for days to truly enjoy my last meal, son.
You passed up on your last sangria.
I don't drink. I eat steak and eggs.
Well, I feel like a fancy train. If we'd had a booze car, it's gotta have like a food car, right?
Yeah, why don't you
got
you just stay put right here, and you know what? Why don't we go fetch you some steak and eggs?
Don't leave Torbeck as collateral. Don't leave Torbeck as collateral.
You don't need collateral.
No.
Not to get the idea in your head.
Don't do it. Don't you leave Torbeck.
Collateral.
No, we actually can't pass to the next car unless we're all there. So you can't keep them as collateral. If you want steak and eggs, that is.
I can't even spell collateral.
Me either.
Yeah, neither can Torbeck. Let's be real.
He releases your collar.
Oh, damn it, guns.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, and I don't mean to be mean. I'm just hungry.
Well, we'll
But-
see what we can do and we'll come back.
If you think you could bring me steak and eggs, I'd be eternally grateful. I can't do nothing for you.
We would expect
Just
you to.
trapped here on this train, eternally hungry.
And
Yeah.
you sure a little trombone music wouldn't just, set you at ease?
I hate trombone.
All right, enough about that.
Do you feel yourself maybe corrupting on account of a crooked curse or something like that? just saying, like.
I've been much more angry over the past hour than I've been since I got on this train.
Oh, that's probably unrelated to anything that happened.
No, we're gonna go find you steak and eggs. You just stay poor. Frost, all right, you can come on now. Watch the giant dog at the back of the car.
That's
Just mind him. And
Oh, you mean Chad?
Oh, his name is Chad?
Oh.
Well, Chad, it's spelled Collateral. Anyways, I'm going to, you said that he had a ring on his tail?
Yes.
Does the wildfire seem protective of the ring? And do you think that I could perhaps...
You have charmed an uncharmable creature, and it is now partially drunk, and its tail is whipping back and forth happily. You imagine it doesn't seem it did seem protective at first, but now it's focused more on the saucer filled with alcohol than it is on the ring on its tail. It's just the way that it's flopping back and forth. You imagine it might be a little difficult to get off, but you think that it's possible.
I'm looking to see if it's like bound by this. Was this like a chain attachment thing? Like, is it literally just a ring on the tail? Is it a piercing? Like, I just want to make sure that it seems safe to
it's
take
a
off.
ring on the tail, and it seems attached to it in some way and for some reason. But you do notice they don't seem to be made of the same stuff. Oh. This ring is corporeal, where the tiger itself is incorporeal.
This looks very heavy, Chad. I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to be on my way. But you've been great. You have a very pretty coat. It's a very hot coat.
He pushes his
I've
face
lost all the
into your
feathers on my
hand.
head. Oh, yeah, we nuzzle a bit.
He pushes his face into your face.
All of my feathers burn off in my face.
No, it's like pony tie. It doesn't hurt you if it doesn't want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
This milk is great.
Yeah, no. It's just extremely hot, and I will see if I can work the tail. Ring
Roll
the-
a dexterity,
off.
sleight of hand check.
Oh, look at what Frosty's doing. You know, it's probably the ring is like the paw, the
Right.
thorn in the paw.
I have a +2 on these.
come on, Frost, we don't have time for this. Let's go.
Is a 12 gonna do it? That's low.
Oh no.
I don't think that's gonna do it.
You have, what was this? You still have Bless?
I have blessed. No,
Bless.
it's attack rolls and saving throws. Attack rolls and saving throws.
Doesn't matter.
You
Could I have given
attempt.
myself guidance first? Fuck Rico. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just take the 12.
You attempt to grab the hoop, and the tiger thinks that you're trying to play with it. So it whips its tail the other way, and you're not able to grab the ring off. But it seems to now think this is a game, and it starts positioning itself for you to attempt again. And it is ready to move it away, but it's now engaged in a bit of play.
I will channel the cosmic apparitions that live between the spaces of reality, and I will try again by casting guidance on myself.
Let's go, Frost. Come on.
I'll be right there. I'll be right there. At advantage. No. The first roll was an 18. Not at advantage.
Not at advantage.
But I'll still roll the guidance, and I will get 21, 23.
You move this way and that, almost in like
here we
a
go,
dance
Chad. I'm gonna get you.
with this tiger, and it is thoroughly charmed by you at this point. And as it goes to pounce on you, almost thinking it's a kitten in comparison to you, but it is gigantic, far bigger than you are. But as it goes to pounce on you, its tail whips to the right, and you see as the ring begins to slide along it, and you are able to grab it off as it lunges forward and makes to lick your face. And as you pull the ring from its tail, you watch as it begins to disperse, the same way that you saw the songbird disperse.
Frost just killed
its
Chad!
tongue lolling out mid
Chad, no.
affectionate lick as it disperses into nothingness. You feel the ring in your hand. It is uncomfortably hot to the touch, but you imagine that you can carry it without damage to yourself.
Frosty, you released Chad!
I don't know what happened.
I mean, well, he either released him or just actually super killed him.
It's a strange fate that we should suffer so much fear and doubt over so small a thing.
Are you gonna keep that?
I don't know what else to do with it. I might as well put it in my pack, but it'll be my remembrance token for my time with Chad. Oh, what's wrong with this guy?
No, don't talk to him. Come with Torbeck. Torbeck will explain.
Okay, Chad, sleep now. You're sleeping weary head. Night is falling. Okay, goodbye.
As we move to the next car, I guess to go find what lies beyond, Torbeck is hoping that maybe there will be some sort of dining car, but he'll turn to the rest of the companions and say, you know, Torbeck's feeling pretty good about this steak and eggs thing. This guy definitely wouldn't have asked for it if it wasn't somewhere in the adventure. Otherwise, that'd be pretty crappy. Come on, let's go this way.
Okay. Hold on. Can you get the door?
Yeah. Torbeck will get the door.
Do you need help with that?
No, I got it. I know that you suddenly made a son, but I got a scorpion tail, and I can ride on a frog and sting him on account of my nature.
Greco, come on.
Okay.
Chad's just gone. Just like that. Like dust in the wind.
Well, it's probably for the best. Another 2 minutes and 23 seconds, and he would have killed all of us.
Well, is that ring not hot?
Oh, no, it's scalding my skin. That's why I put it in my pack.
Well, good luck with that. Maybe keep it to remember the souls you ushered to oblivion. Anyway, let's go.
I was going to keep it as a token to Chad, but that sounds fine too. Let's go.
You once again step into the space between the cars, and you all wait there until each of you has made your way into the space. And as the last one of you steps through the doorway, you find yourself spilling out into yet another car. Can I have the last person who entered roll a d6 for me?
Okay. I feel like I was first very canonically, but I'll roll.
You need
3.
Perfect.
Oh.
You spill out into a car, and you're immediately met with the smells of fresh food.
Thank the gods.
You have found yourselves in the dining car.
Oh my God. It's like you willed this into existence, Torbeck.
Torbeck was thinking about it really hard.
You haven't shut the hell up about a dining car for the last 15 minutes.
Well, that guy
nice
really
work,
freaked
man.
Torbeck out. That shit'll stay with you. Did you see the way he had Torbeck by the collar?
He really handled you, man. I mean,
It's messed up, man.
weird stuff.
You going to fight a flight about that, right?
Torbeck, like... Torbeck doesn't know, man.
Man just grabs you for no reason at all. You gotta go into a closet and just scream at the top
The
of your
noises that guy was making, Torbeck was sure he was sad. That guy flipped like this. Next thing you know, Torbeck Claire's getting his head bit off. Those sounds will haunt Torbeck's dreams forever.
Well, we can make it right. Maybe, if they got steak and eggs.
Holy shit, there's steak and eggs right over there!
So how do we want to handle this? I'll order the steak and eggs. Maybe I'll run it back a few cars. You guys see there's a hay.
I'm not going back to that freak. Yeah, you're going to go do this.
All right, you guys wait right here. Hey, can I get some steak and eggs?
You yell this, and as you look around, you see that the dining car is decorated with an eerie elegance, with plush velvet booths, ornate brass fixtures, and wax candles casting a dim, mystical glow. The air carries the scent of gourmet food. Though the booths are mostly empty, haunted only by the faint traces of deceased diners. I almost said diseased diners. Deceased diners.
Oh, it's the remnants of the Great Spring Sickness.
You look around, and these are not like the haints you've seen before. These are more spectral figures. These are entities similar to what you saw in the passenger car, ones that had accepted their death and they were prepared to move on. They're riding the train for the purposes of moving on to the next stage of their afterlife. All but one. Sitting towards the back of the dining car, you see a small boy, a smorgasbord of food laid out in front of him as he is apparently ordering food after food, and you notice that as he says things, more food appears in front of him, almost as if all he has to do is ask and he shall receive.
All right, medium rare, sunny side up, let's go. Who got him? Steak and eggs.
You're very good at that.
Sit down first. I mean, we just got in here. We're standing in the
Troy doesn't even see a chef.
Did you work at a diner?
Is there any help here?
You are standing next to one of these booths seating areas as you call this out, and it takes 30 seconds, and a plate appears on the table in front of you. On top of it is a steaming steak, medium rare, with sunny side up eggs. It looks delicious. You are incredibly hungry.
Wow.
You haven't eaten in a long time.
Torbeck's gotta test this. Torbeck can't give that guy his last meal and make sure it tastes good, right?
It's like they're gonna run out of steak.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, they might run out.
No, and even if he was gonna notice his plate was missing, Torbeck will just order another plate. It'll be fine.
How stocked this ghost
Now, just before you...
I mean,
I take a big old bite of the steak.
That could be ghost steak and ghost egg.
I cut off a big old chunk of the steak to see if it is medium rare and how delicious this is.
You take a big bite of this steak, and it's not real. It's spectral. You, at first, feel like you taste nothing, but there are hints of the steak there. You look over towards the small boy. Was clearly a haint on the opposite end, and you see that he's enjoying this in a way that you can't. You think about what the songstress said to you in the first car, and you realize that there must be something special about this food. Though you aren't enjoying the steak the way it's meant to be, as you've been reborn into a new body. You're not dead. This food is meant for those that are no longer living. And you imagine that the way that this tastes in your mouth, even though it's not what you were looking for, you imagine that the jailbird in the other car would absolutely love this steak and eggs.
All right, Torbeck's got good news and bad news. Bad news first. This steak and eggs tastes like another steak and eggs farted near it. That's as good as it's gonna get. But Torbeck believes that this might do it for the old hate back there.
So it is ghost steak and ghost egg, which is probably exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
Well, run it back real quick, man. See if he's all happy or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you should, on account of how shook up you are, you should go back and face him alone.
Yeah. You go back and you take care of business.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta face your fears, man.
Yeah.
You gotta move through it.
That's what Torbeck's therapist was always saying.
Chad probably won't be there to kill you.
Face your fears.
No, I feel,
Torbeck can do this.
And we'll deal with this depressing kid.
yeah.
All right.
I think Frosty's actually turbo killed Chad.
Okay. Hands in.
I don't think he's dead.
Hands in.
I mean,
Can you lower your hand, please? I can't. Why do you raise it that high? You know every time.
Hands in. All right,
It's
here we
like
go.
you're doing it on purpose. You're doing it on purpose.
Good.
Well, now you're
plan.
patronizing me.
On three, break. 1, 2, 3, break.
break.
Finger bones look weird, don't they? Man, that's kind of creepy.
I'm gonna scoop up the steak and eggs. Hope that the creepy dude doesn't realize there's a bite missing, and start to whistle as I just kind of like cheerily leave the cart, and I'm gonna try to go backwards to see if I can go find that
You
guy.
haven't attempted this before, but you make your way towards the back of the car from whence you came, and you open the door expecting to step back into that same space between the cars, but you move directly from the dining car into the sleeper car. And you don't have to wait for anyone else to follow you. You listen, and all is quiet except for the sounds of the snoring Druskenvalds as you quickly make your way through the cars until you find yourself back into the baggage car, and you're immediately met with the sound of
I open the door, and I kind of stick my head in, and I'm like, hey there! And I put the plate of steak and eggs on the ground, and like see if I can find a broom.
You don't see a broom, but you see a really beautiful parasol that someone was using, that's part of their luggage, and you grab that and push it forward.
And I just kind of like slide the plate over. Here you go.
As the plate gets closer, you can see the tendrils of scent wafting up from this steak, and as they hit his nostrils, the sound immediately stops, and he looks up, and you see the look of ravenous hunger on his face. He doesn't even look towards you as he dives forward and begins to just shovel this food into his mouth. You see bits of steak and eggs flying this way and that as he begins to eat it down, and as he is trying to tell you thank you over his mouthful of food, you watch as he disperses into nothing. And that feeling of anger and hangriness that you were feeling in this train cart, you realize had gotten much worse since you'd left. But in that instant, it completely disperses.
There's a moment where things are kind of quiet, and I look around and I say, "Good riddance, you sick f***." I turn around and I start to head back to my friends.
Meanwhile, we've all ordered steak and eggs.
Well, you know, I can't really taste it.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting.
Does the kid look like he has some sort of negative emotion? Noticing a theme.
The kid looks like he very much looks like a haint. And it's not necessarily that he looks like he has an emotion, but you all feel oddly guilty.
Ooh.
As you're eating the steak and eggs, you feel guilty that you get to move on, and one day you can have actual steak and eggs. That you didn't die before your last meal, and you're enjoying this knowing that there are more meals to come, and that hunger, that eternal hunger that haint was going to feel is not something you would ever have to feel. And normally you wouldn't feel guilty about this. That would be a him problem and not a you problem. But there is something about this train car that is making you feel a similar level of guilt.
Hey kid. How are you?
You see the kid turn and look towards you.
Hey, I'm eating a turkey.
Oh, that's cool. What do you think about this cool painting of the ocean?
Ew, gross. I don't like paintings.
Gosh, these ghosts are very disrespectful to the majesty of the sea.
Stop trying to make this painting happen. It's frankly embarrassing.
It's not gonna happen.
This is gonna be where I eventually set up shop in Druskenwald and become get driven mad on account of eating wood alcohol, drinking wood alcohol.
I want some wood alcohol.
No. And also, we're gonna eat. I'm gonna also be drinking petroleum.
Wood alcohol appears on the table.
Maybe some kerosene.
Some kerosene. No, give me that. I try to get the wood alcohol away from the kid.
Get the wood alcohol.
Get that.
Fine, you can have it.
Okay. Well, I feel like now that I have it, I may as well.
Do you think I could be a turkey in my next life?
Oh, is that how that works?
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
It really depends on how the afterlife works. Perhaps it's just one afterlife after the other, and we're all stuck here for eternity.
Well, we grew wings.
Okay. You gonna stay with me?
No.
Never leave this train car?
No.
Eat turkey with me?
I mean, maybe, but then we'll leave.
Why?
Because we have our business to do.
Can I come with you?
Possibly. I don't know how the train cars work.
The Scampy Ghost Kid sidekick could be pretty marketable. I mean,
have you tried leading?
Pretty marketable.
No. I mean, you think about ratings.
Yeah, the ratings would be really nice, and it would be. I feel like it would be like a little New Adventures of Scooby-Doo with Scrappy, and I feel like it would be more like cousin. What is it? Who's the cousin from the Brady Bunch? Yeah, it would work.
No. Scrappy's beloved. I feel like that would work.
No.
At least it would work for a season.
Kid?
Sure.
Oh.
Can you leave?
No.
Oh.
I hate your painting.
Oh.
What, young man? Respect great artist work. Do you know how hard somebody worked on that painting and also probably put an eldritch curse on it, maybe, or something? I don't know.
I wanted to be a painter
Okay.
for 5 minutes.
No.
Okay.
Well, what do you want right now?
Well, I want to find that dumb old rock I painted.
Just a painted rock?
Yeah, I stole a rock from my neighbor's yard and I painted it like a frog and then I died before I got to give it to her. And now I know that she's gonna be so mad that I stole it from her and she doesn't even know I tried to do a nice thing and that I'm gonna be a painter one day. Well, not anymore because I'm dead. So I hate artists and I hate painting.
Ugh. Well, I'm not gonna ask what did you in, kid. But,
No, we don't need to get. I mean, let's keep it a little PG-13.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think that's exactly right.
I feel like these should be like maybe you're a Danny Phantom ghost. You're just kind of a ghost, and no one's really sure what that means.
Danny Fenton.
Is the rock on the train? Do you bring it to the afterlife?
Yeah, it was here, but I don't know where it went.
Oh, you lost it?
Well,
Yeah.
did you have it in this car with you?
I don't know. I don't remember much. Without my neighbor, she used to tell me I could do anything. I could be anything I wanted. I used to dream up all kinds of things with her. She was really nice. She gave me popcorn.
Wow.
I love popcorn. She was gonna take me to the circus once.
Whoa.
I didn't get to go.
Oh.
But I can dream about it.
Well, kid.
She'll never take me now. So I stole that rock.
Hey, at the end of the day, kid, it's just. Come on.
Hey, I put my heart and soul into that rock. I painted it like a frog.
Oh.
One whole frog.
She probably would enjoy the rock more now that it's been painted by a rock. Given your talent, I'm sure, as an
It wasn't
artist.
painted by a rock.
That the rock was painted by you.
Oh,
Oh.
that's what I thought. She always liked when I brought her things. When I decided that I was going to be the greatest crochet artist of the world. And I made her a slightly lopsided cardigan. She said I was going to be great.
You have a lot of interest, kid.
Yeah.
How about this? Maybe we'll keep an eye out for the rock. And we're not gonna eat any more turkey. We can't taste it.
Or maybe old Mrs. Jenkins is long dead. And you got nothing to worry about. She has no spirit or anima to feel guilty about.
That's possible. I mean, you have no idea how long you've been here, do you?
Yeah. You maybe you've been here for thousands of years.
But are you saying she's dead?
It's
She
possible.
might be.
Yeah.
You never know.
Certainly.
Oh, now
every
I
old-
definitely can't move on. How do I move on to the afterlife without that rock?
Not that direction. No.
Well, why don't we just?
Oh,
why don't we just keep an
no.
eye out for the rock.
We'll keep an eye out for the rock. We found a steak and eggs.
Is it possible that we passed the rock? We've been through many rooms that potentially have rocks in them.
I feel like I would have seen a
Do you
rock
think
painted
she's
like-
gonna put me in timeout if I show up without that rock?
No, not if she's dead.
No, she's not long dead. There's still hope for you and your spirit in the afterlife. There's still hope.
No, she's still
Cling
alive.
to hope.
Perhaps
How
she already
does this-
found the rock and she's just sad and missing you.
Oh, that's not much better.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah, but then it's all my fault that she's missing me.
No. We'll find the room. We'll find the stone. We'll find
I mean, can we get away from this depressing kid?
Yeah, let's just,
Everywhere we go.
Damn rock, all right?
that season was short-lived.
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry, kid.
You want a piece of turkey?
Will make you feel better?
Nope.
Sure.
He rips off a turkey leg and hands it to you.
It's a little dry. Got any sauces?
Yeah, what kind do you want?
I don't know. What does this drink all have?
Mustard, ketchup, blue cheese, mayo, sriracha.
We don't have time for this
sriracha
bit.
mayo.
No.
Caesar,
No.
honey mustard, hot mustard.
No.
I'm already through the door.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in a foggy limbo.
Rest of us-
It's so quiet here. This is. I'll just wait for Gricko.
You were in this shrieking limbo for about 30 minutes.
Oh. Okay. See you, kid.
See ya. Turkey! And he starts to eat the turkey. This is dry!
All right, Gricko, get in here. All of us need to be there to move on.
Okay, hold
All
on,
right.
I gotta let me just get past you.
Okay.
Let me get past the benches.
Okay. Wait, it's not happening. What? We're all here. I mean,
Okay.
I don't understand.
Once Gricko finally makes his way.
Is Dorbeck there?
Oh! No, Dorbeck has returned.
We're all here.
So you guys are the
Not a single person.
Hey guys,
47 years go by while Torbeck wanders the cars looking for us.
hey kid, did you see stone guy, little red
What,
guy?
you found my rock?
No, I meant a big stone guy, like made of stone with wings. There's a bird,
Yeah.
a little red guy, and a weird skeleton guy.
Yeah.
You saw them?
Yeah.
Where'd they go?
I don't know.
Why do you have so many sauces?
That little red one was just asking for every single sauce and...
Sounds like Gricko.
Yeah, do you want to eat them with me?
Not really.
You want some turkey?
Yeah, alright.
He rips off another haunch and passes it to you.
This tastes like a turkey farted near it.
Yeah, you're right, it does.
Torbeck's gotta go, kid. Good luck with the turkey.
All right,
And I'm gonna
bye.
proceed into the next. Hey guys!
Torbeck, can you please roll a d6 for me?
Jesus.
Holy shit.
3 we already got.
Yep.
5?
5
got
we've
that one, I
gotten. You're looking for a 4 and a 6.
6.
Fantastic. As you step into this space between, you all stumble out into the next car. And you are hit with the scent of decayed hay, musty water, and old blood fills the air of what looks like a circus car. Rusting cages line the walls amidst the wooden crates painted in garish red and white stripes. The decor inside is a macabre spectacle of twisted whimsy, with faded, tattered banners advertising various carnivals. Each one depicts unsettling clowns and terrifying animals, creating an atmosphere of horrific revelry that leaves an uneasy chill in your bones. This space is also loaded with cargo, but cargo that is clearly carrying the tools and pieces of whatever this carnival would be, or whatever the circus would be. You see all of these cages lining the walls, empty cages that would have held things like the tiger, Chad, in his former life when he was a corporeal creature. But now they remain empty. One thing, however, catches your eye. A collection of creepy marionettes is stuffed into an open chest in the corner of the car. There's something unsettling about them. And as you walk deeper into the train car, you're immediately met with yet again another overwhelming feeling. A feeling very similar to the one that you just experienced in the car before. Feeling of guilt. But this is deeper. Like you have done something truly, truly awful. Something that you will never be able to make up for.
Look at this, fellas. It's like we're home.
Was our carnival this macabre?
Well,
The smell is very familiar.
Ah, you're right.
it's not quite the same theme, you know.
really hit me with a bad feeling in here, man. You guys getting that?
Maybe is this like Limbo or Purgatory or...
Well, ours leaned a little more Art Nouveau. This is a little more Gothic, you know. But I mean, you know, it's kind of similar. Maybe this is our home.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
Are we doomed?
this is where we stay for eternity
Oh,
until we
man, on
fall
the
to
train?
despair and grief.
And it is as you say that you realize that the feeling that you're feeling is not guilt. It is so very similar to what you felt in the dining car. This feeling, you know very well, the feeling of shame.
Oh God, what is this feeling? It's so sudden and new.
What is this feeling?
I don't know.
I don't know it either, man. I thought it was guilt. But this is strange.
This is... What is... Ugh, I don't like how...
Maybe this is our limbo. Oh, hello. Who goes there? Please, spirit, please.
You shine your light at the movement that you see off in the corner, and you rear back as you see the movement. what looks like 5 entities lunging forward towards you, but as you rear back, you realize they're just the 5 marionettes dangling on their strings. And can I have you roll a perception check for me, please?
Easy.
Torbeck doesn't like this.
That'll be a 17.
You
Not
you
bad.
almost you rear back and you fall to the ground as you kind of crawl backwards away from these things as you realize or before you realize that they're marionettes. and then something catches your eye. The head, the face of one of these marionettes is not the carved wooden doll the 4 other ones are, but is a stone painted to look like a frog.
Oh, wait a minute. That kid is back in the other car. He's been waiting here for probably decades. And he's in his Sisyphean torment. The rock was just in the next car over.
Oh, guys, maybe this whole train is a metaphor about how we spend our whole lives waiting for something to begin. But what happens if no one told you when to run? What happens when you miss the starting gun?
Can we get away from this depressing Kremmy?
Wait, but then don't you have a beautiful house and a beautiful wife? And as the days go by...
What?
Oh, I'm mixing metaphors. Who's gonna bring that back to that depressing kid?
Oh, wait, The Rock?
The Rock!
I think that's a you thing.
Yeah,
man.
you seem like the one.
Oh, I gotta stay by this bad boy.
No, we'll watch.
No, there's a ghost in here that needs to see this painting. I don't want to go.
We haven't seen
That kid is bumming me out.
Torbeck will go back to the kid.
Yeah, Torbeck, you're so good at that.
I try to take the rock off this marionette.
It's easy. It comes off easy. It didn't belong there in the first place.
All right, guys. I don't know. Find the hane, and I'll be back. See ya. And I start to go back towards the other car.
Just as easily as you were able to make your way back to the baggage car, you're able to make your way back to the dining car. The kid is still sitting there. He now has 15 turkeys on the table in front of him.
Jeez, kid, slow down. Is this your rock?
Whoa!
Yeah.
You found my rock!
Torbeck did. Well, Torbeck had help, but yeah. Here, and I'm gonna set it down on the table.
You know what this means?
No!
I gotta face the stone cold truth.
Ah.
I gotta pass on and get this rock back to who it belongs to.
Okay.
And she's gonna be proud of my artistic ability.
Who?
My neighbor.
Wow!
Yeah, let me... And then he turns into dust.
Oh, no. Torbeck's looking around. Torbeck has no clue what that was about. I'm gonna get back in the other car.
He missed it entirely.
Could have been a different kid.
Rico, sometimes when you go through life, you just sort of go along this path set before you by your elders, your peers, society, institutions, and whoever stops to think why. Have I ever really stopped to think, what does Grammy LaCrue want? I just feel like I just went down the automatic path of starting a wacky, goofy carnival.
We're criminals.
With a bunch of drunk criminal carnies.
You think about what you want like every day, man. We're always talking about things we want.
Oh, I guess you're right. You know what? I'm not like that at all.
Yeah.
Oh, baby gods. Oh, man, that must suck to be those people.
No, we're the embodiment of freedom, man. We do what we want when we want.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, Crummy. Look at this.
He's doing that thing.
Oh, is that thing?
That's pretty cool, Crummy. But look at this. Look at this. Look, shadow puppets.
I'm Torbeck now.
It doesn't have quite the same effect as when you're not turned into some kind of animal.
Yeah.
It was really cool when you did it before, man.
Yeah. Well,
is there a spooky ghost in here?
Spooky ghost!
Hello.
Hates!
Hello.
We're here to help you deal with this feeling that none of us understand.
Oh, here There's a spooky guy. Just kidding, guys. It's Torbeck. Come on. Torbeck delivered the rock to that kid.
Oh, and?
Super dead.
Did he burst into spectral energy?
Yep.
Did he tell you the secret to immortality?
No.
Well, there's no ghost, so we've determined that this is our final resting place.
We've reached the end.
We'll slowly turn into Haints and then fall to grief and shame and then become corrupted.
There's a door right there. We can just keep going.
You stuck here too?
Wow!
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
And you see, hanging directly behind Cremy from what is clearly a trapeze, is a harlequin. She's hanging upside down. She's looking quite pouty.
Wow.
And as she's doing this, she's attempting to do different trapeze movements, but she's clumsy about it, stumbling over things, almost as if her heart isn't fully into it.
So you're stuck here with me, huh?
By the Baron, why'd it have to be a clown? You take it easy, all right? Look, lady. We don't want any trouble, all right? We don't want any trouble. We have real bad luck with clowns.
I ain't no clown.
Be careful.
No, I ain't no clown. I'm a harlequin.
It's clownish. It's under the umbrella of the word
I'm
clown,
not
isn't
sure
it?
there's a meaningful distinction.
Torbeck was gonna say something about a
It's
harlequin
8 in
being
one hand,
clown,
half a
not
20
part
in
of
another.
It's very different. We do completely separate things. I ain't throwing pies in your face.
How do
I
you
ain't
feel?
honking my nose wearing big shoes.
How do you feel, Hawk?
I'm doing contortion acts. I'm flying up on the trapeze. I'm doing silk dancing.
Excuse me. How do you feel about this painting?
How do you feel about this painting?
Oh,
Does
it's
it make
kinda
you feel
nice.
wistful? Does that help you move on?
What? No.
Does it feel the cold of the
I always
sea?
wanted to go to the beach, but I never got a chance.
To be driven mad in your isolation on a cold rock with no loved ones around.
I was
Alright.
saving so much money.
Oh.
I was hoping
Dang
I
it.
could go to the beach someday.
Well,
Or
this
just
is
travel
kinda
in
like
general,
going to
you know?
Beach? He's got the beach here for you.
I'm just gonna lean
Yeah, but I don't know if that was my, I don't know if that's where I was supposed to end up. It was just one of the places I wanted to go.
Oh.
There was so many places I wanted to go.
All right,
No one
her
told
thing
you
was
when to
vacation.
run?
I don't know how we deliver that.
I'm sorry, what?
You missed the starting gun of your life?
Oh, we don't talk about guns.
Oh,
The
man.
guns went off that day.
Guns?
Yeah.
What?
I knew I should have listened. They
Wait.
said that tiger was dangerous. But he was always so sweet in the cage.
Tiger? The tiger?
Yeah, the tiger. And then I felt bad for him, He was in there. It was sad. His tail was never raised high. It was always down to the ground. They weren't feeding him enough. You could see his ribs.
Was
I'm
his
telling
name,
ya.
Was his name Chad?
Yes.
You knew him?
We met him. He's very friendly.
No, he ain't.
No, he isn't. But I was able to befriend him using magic.
Oh, I wish you'd been there that day. I didn't listen. They told me he wasn't friendly, but he fooled me. I let him out of his cage.
I think I get it now.
The horror. The absolute horror. All the people he killed, everyone.
This was meant to be, fellas.
Everybody. Including me.
Oh,
Chad
And it's
killed
all
you.
my fault. I'm the one that did it.
wait. You let him out?
I opened the gate.
Well,
I was just hungry.
You know-
See?
you never...
And now, they killed him. The sound of the gun, they killed him. And now he's somewhere in the afterlife. He's wreaking havoc forever. It's not just what he did in life, it's what he's doing in death.
No. We confronted him, and I was able to befriend him, and then he turned into spectral energy, and he fluttered
We
away.
turbo killed him.
Frosty
No
turbo
way.
killed
No,
him.
there's no way that happened.
No, he turbo killed him.
Oh,
Let's
no.
show her the thing, man.
Just one moment. This iron ring was around his tail. I grabbed this off him while we were playing. I gave him some tummy scritches, and he was playing, and
God's above you. You really did meet that mean old cat.
I thought that perhaps it was a chain link or something, but it just seemed to be some sort of a jewelry.
Can I have that?
Oh, if you insist.
You promise. He's gone, he can't hurt anyone anymore?
No, he's passed on.
Wow. That's amazing.
And she throws it up in the air and she starts to juggle with it.
Oh wow, that's
Can't believe
quite
it.
talented actually.
Wow, he's never gonna be able to hurt anyone ever.
And then she bursts.
Oh,
Into
wow, man.
Wow.
The whole time, Grammy, it sounded like you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I mean, then Frosty just fixed the whole thing.
Yeah.
You feel that sense of shame that had infiltrated this entire car dissipate.
You can tell us.
What are the odds
Do you
that,
like to say it now?
the very first Hank we met was like trombone fiend, and then we get to the carnival fiend, and I just figured she'd be gun fiend, and that I could,
Oh, no.
and solve this with my gun. That's all.
The next Hank we meet, we
The
can
next-
solve
yeah, we can
we can
solve
solve
it
it
with
with a gun, no problem.
Well, but no, it's not gonna be gun fiend next time.
It
all right?
could be. You don't know. We could meet perhaps some sort of Van Pelt character.
Yeah, I think there's only one Hank to go, and then we'll free him, and then we save the day.
There might be an infinite number of train cars on this train.
That's true. We don't know how many train cars there are.
Well, no.
All right, so I can use my gun to solve the next one.
Yeah.
We promise that no matter what, the next
The
Hank
next guy-
you can solve with a gun. No matter what.
We promise.
Oh, you fellas are all right.
Yeah. And I can't believe that
Even if there's some other obvious solution.
Yeah. And I can't believe that that ghost is turbo dead now forever, and it wasn't Gideon. Good job. That's character development, Gideon. That you didn't do it and accidentally otherwise.
I was getting some kind of response in the beginning, and I was feeling a certain way, and then she just died so fast. I was like, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel good about this, guys. Okay.
Alright, Torbeck will get the door for you, Greco. Don't worry.
Thank you.
And remember,
I'll be the first one in.
Remember, Mr. Kremmy, no matter what happens on the other side of this door, you got this.
You got
Who
it.
needs courage when you have a gun?
You need a win, Kremmy. You need a win. You need a win.
You all stumble out into the next train car. Gricko, you are in the forefront of the group as you find yourself in a mail car. The car is filled with 2 rows of shelves containing heavy mail satchels and bins filled to the brim with parcels and envelopes. You look around this car and you immediately spot the Haint at the back of this car.
Your gun ready,
Sitting on a stool. You see that he has a letter open in a pink parchment. He seems to be reading this letter, and you see tears rolling down his face as he sniffles, and he hears you, immediately realizing that people are here. He wipes his eyes as he looks up, getting ready to say something. This appears to be an old mariner. A big shaggy beard, a captain's hat on his head, a big pipe in his mouth, as he looks at all of you, and immediately his eyes dart down to the painting.
Hey, what do you think about this?
He rushes forward. He rushes forward and grabs the painting.
What do you think about this?
No. Without even a word. You see him look wistfully at it as the salt sea.
Mail cars, didn't they?
The salt sea air blows through his beard and through his hair. The sound seagull. You watch as a seagull flies out of the painting and lands on his shoulder. And as it does, this Haint turns to dust.
Guys!
You did it.
Oh,
Well done, Gricko.
I did it!
Oh, Mr. Kremmy, you didn't even fire a shot!
I really thought I thought the fisherman was like shooting fish in a barrel or something, man. I really thought you had this one. Oh.
Well, at least one of these Haints appreciates the majesty of the sea. Okay. Okay, I'm done with that now. I guess being an old lighthouse keeper wasn't for me anyway. I'm sure I'll find my place in Druskenwald.
All right.
Let's go to the next car.
On to the next.
Surely there will be an additional Haint that we have to solve some sort of problem.
Sure it's a rule of 6 for us, Steve.
It's a rule of 6.
Well, how do we get this letter back to that poor woman?
She already moved on.
No, she moved on, man. It can't be that. I would have had her deliver her letter to a JB. Her letter was to a JB. His letter was to a JB. JB's getting around, man. I gotta tell you, JB just knows a lot of people.
We have to give it to the vagrant. Perhaps he'll know what to do with the letter.
She likes guns. I bet she might like guns.
She might like guns, man.
You never know.
Oh my gosh.
What?
What if Kremmy shoots the letter, and then that will get rid of the we saved the day because well, I guess we got to make sure there's no Haints. But like, shoot the letter, and maybe that'll just save everything.
Why would that do anything?
I mean, Kermit's trying to make this happen. I'm just trying. I mean, I had my. I mean,
No,
the painting.
How about we just go to the
handsome
next car?
painting?
Maybe you can shoot the next car, man. Maybe you just shoot in the next car.
Just
Maybe
keep
you
your
shoot.
gun ready.
Can you roll a group perception check for me?
Yeah, all right. No, the second. Let me go first, and the second I walk in, I'm shooting my gun.
Everybody got a 16 for perception.
12.
8.
9.
20.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
2.
8. No, 21. 21.
You are all arguing about this as you, and most of you do not notice, but Kremi and Torbeck, some movement catches your eye as you see that strange dark fog that had entered into the train car with the phantom train hopper. That strange spectral substance as it darts beneath the exit of this train and into the next car. It's just a quick glimpse, but it is clearly moving and moving quickly.
Did we get the name of what JB stands for? Torbeck thinks it might be Jabroni Bumper. Wait, what was that? Can I see that?
What was it? Wait a minute. Wait, wasn't that the spooky ghost with like shot up the windows? Was that guy?
I didn't see it, man.
I didn't.
No, I think you're right. I think it was that. It was the spooky specter.
Is it this car?
It darted under the doorway.
Oh my God. This is what I was
Kermit,
this is
you didn't shoot that gun! Let's go!
I ripped the door open.
I'm right behind
the door
Kermit.
open. You leap into that same space between the cars, and then you plummet into the next car, expecting another set of sleeper cars, or maybe another lounge car, or something of that nature. But you find yourself in a part of the train that is known as the tender. This car is an ironclad carriage bathed in hot, wavering light. A large blackened fuel tank stands at its center with a small reinforced glass window revealing a sickly blue-green glow within. The air vibrates with unnatural energy, and from deep within the tank, faint whispers rise, haunting disembodied voices. Iron pipes twist overhead, snaking their way from the tank to a ghastly furnace at the far end of the car. You find yourself in this space. You are familiar with what this is already. This is how this train runs. And you had already been told what it runs on. That wailing that you hear, the wailing souls of the damned. Those haints that were never able to fully move on. And before this phantom train hopper made its way onto this train, they would have been filtered into this furnace and used as fuel to make the Ghostlight Express run. But now that that thing has made its way on here, you've had to help those entities move on to the afterlife, denying the Ghostlight Express its fuel, lest this space be corrupted. And you're looking here and you see everything looks just fine. It's running normally. You see no movement at first.
Who goes there?
We saw him come in here, didn't we?
It was just a flash. Torbeck's pretty sure he saw something come on here.
Oh, this is an engine room, man.
Oh, yeah, this is sort of your environment, right, man?
Oh, it used to be. My thing was monsters and it's not anymore. Get your own new thing.
No, man, I don't like this.
Gideon, you would know better than any of us where something would hide in a room like this.
Yeah.
Can you tell us? Imagine that you needed to hide here. Where would you jump?
Torbeck, who is the last person to enter?
I would have been right behind Kremi.
I'd probably been last. I would have been.
I would like you to roll perception check.
Me?
Please.
11.
Okay. You are all talking about this. It's Gideon would know about this. This is something that you're familiar with. Where did it go? We saw it. It entered in as you notice something move past your feet, Bricko. And you realize in a flash, as all of this happens in mere moments, that entity, that spectral form of the phantom train hopper didn't make its way into the tender. It couldn't. but it waited for you in the space between. And now that you've all moved in, it slinks in behind you and just as quickly darts in to the furnace. Branch-like tendrils of shadow whip out from the twisting pipes running along the ceiling, shattering the circular window of the storage tank and pouring into the iron capsule. The glowing soul coals darken to a ghastly near-black green before violently shooting through the pipes and into the firebox as the fuel storage tank completely empties. The flame within rages. The Ghostlight Express groans mechanically just beyond the tender. The train begins to lurch. As this entity completely twists and transforms the engine of this train, the Ghostlight Express begins to twist and change too. Suddenly, the train shakes with turbulence and an ear-splitting blare rings out. An instant later, there is a vicious jolt as the train comes to an abrupt and violent stop. This is all happening in instants as you watch this, as you watch the furnace become corrupted. You are jostled this way and that, almost as if the train is being thrown through the fog around you. You are unable to keep yourself steady as you're thrown against from wall to wall, as it almost feels like the Ghostlight Express is fighting back against this. And eventually, you feel it slam and stop. As it comes to an abrupt, violent stop, the sound of splintered wood and groaning steel fills the cab as the far wall rips free and you are ejected from the tender into the dark of night. The Ghostlight Express has crashed. The Ghostlight Express has crashed. And you are in a place wholly unfamiliar to you. You are in a place that is shrouded with darkened trees all around you. The crescent moon that hangs above you is gargantuan, shedding a sickly milk light upon the surrounding forest. But aside from the size, it's the shape that fills you with unease as you all look up and you witness the haggard visage of a crone leering down at you with mad eyes past a long bent nose and an ever-present grin filled with crooked teeth. The crooked moon is watching you.
Hey, we gotta calm down. We have to stick together on this. Okay.
Stick together. You see this crazy floating lady up in the sky?
Yeah, is everybody okay?
Who's alive?
Oh gosh, are you all right?
You hear Adela's voice as Philip helps pull her out of the wreckage. You see the vagrant has made his way over towards part of the broken portion of the Ghostlight Express as he begins to move this way and that haphazardly in a flurry as Adela rushes towards you.
Oh gosh, you're screaming. Are you all right? You know what happened?
The train crashed.
Yeah, I mean, somehow that spooky shadow guy got
Oh no, that we don't know about. What happened?
Well, are you guys okay? I mean, the whole train, we're thrown from the train.
Yeah, I'm all right. I was sleeping at the time, and so was Phil. We just woke up abruptly when the train crashed, and rushed outside when we heard you screaming. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else aboard the train, and oh gosh, the train's in pieces.
And she looks and you see that the train isn't connected, that the cars have spread all over this portion of the forest, that they've broken apart and have tumbled into the brush and the trees. And it looks like the vagrant is furiously working on the engine portion of the train.
Also, we were screaming at that. I point to the horrific moon.
Oh yeah, the moon. Ah! Oh, yeah. Welcome to Druskenwald.
Oh, that's normal?
Well, yeah.
Like all the time?
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
At night, right? They're only at night.
Oh, it's always night here.
No, so all the time.
Yeah. But this isn't a portion of Druskenwald I'm familiar with. Oh gosh, where did the train take us?
It's not supposed to be here?
Oh no, it's supposed to make its way to one of the stations, and it would let us off closer to Chateau Clair de Lune, and we'd take one of our carriages up to the house. And I'm not sure which stop you would go to. Maybe you'd wind up in Chernobos, or maybe you're going to Astramar. Maybe you're on your way to Pico. I'm not sure. You're Carnival folks, right? So Pico sounds like the perfect place for you, but this is not where we're supposed to be.
Well, maybe we can get back on track. I think now that we've crashed,
I hate to interrupt you, Miss Adela. The vagrant makes his way over to you. But I think it's gonna be some time before I can get the Ghostlight Express up and running without some help. And I understand that this is scary and unusual, but we gotta get this train up and running. And what is this? And he looks down, and you see these roots begin to climb up out of the ground and wind around the Ghostlight Express, around the locomotive itself. And he reaches forward and he tries to rip some of them away, but more begin to climb out and begin to.
Is that supposed to happen?
No, it ain't. But if we're gonna get her up and running, we gotta get some more fuel in her tank. I can at least get a couple parts of her going. We can get us on out of here. We whatever's happened here, we can't let it happen.
Well, how do we help?
I got 3 of my canisters, and he shows you these large canisters that glow with that same eerie green glow. We're gonna need about 6 of them to make it work. I got 3. They should be pretty easy to spot if you look around this place, see if you can find them, bring them back, and
you're talking about we need to go find Haints and kill them and then put them into these canisters.
Oh no, the Haints are already dead. They're already in the canisters. So I just need you to get the canister and bring them back.
Oh, we're just looking for the canisters. I see.
They flew out of the train.
Well, we can check the rest.
I always have some excess in store for emergencies, but with the extent of that crash, they could be anywhere in this grove.
Well, if we flew out this direction, maybe the trajectory, there probably lit a lot of them.
I'll work with the Lord and Lady here to try and get as much of the train back together as we can, fight off some of these branches and whatever they're doing. If you can find the fuel, we'll try and get out of here as quickly as we can.
Okay.
All right, let's split up. Let's split
up. Team.
Let's just hit each car or whatever. Get around.
Well, it's probably the spooky woods. So probably nothing. Oh, okay. No, don't look up.
We spread out through the woods to see if we can find the far-flung soul canisters.
You, make a group investigation.
That's where I'm a Viking, assuming the dice agree.
Oh, baby. Jordan got a
natural 20.
18.
Oh, my God.
That is so... Okay, that is crazy because I didn't listen to you, but I wrote a 20 and then you said natural 20.
That's
but like
extremely...
literally
No.
on this paper, I just wrote a 20.
You forced it happening.
I got an 8.
I got
I got a 6.
Oh, I rolled a 9 and got an 8.
Oh boy,
Nice.
So 2 high rolls, a couple
Yep.
low
I know
rolls,
that
a low roll.
we don't always do automatic critical successes, so I have a 27.
Nice.
And you notice that Phil is helping the vagrant as they attempt to do whatever needs to be done to this train to clear away. It looks like they're trying to clear away any remnants of these creeping vines away from the firebox. As Adela moves towards you and attempts to assist you. And with the 6 of you working together, it takes maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes to half an hour for you to find these, to find the rest of these soul canisters. And during this time, the work is not difficult. You're able to enjoy a short rest.
Thank God. That's huge.
And as you do so, you don't talk much. You're focused on this, still listening back to Philip and the vagrant talking. You can hear the fear in the vagrant's voice as he's working to get the firebox up and running to consume this fuel. And eventually you all meet back and you're able to bring the fuel back to the vagrant.
We found it. It's kind of like one of those glow sticks that you like crack like in the middle of the summer.
I'll be careful. Man. You're gonna break that, and then we're gonna lose some of our fuel. All right, come over here and let's I'll pour. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Me and Phil. You and Adele will go ahead and stand to the side.
Why?
And then,
Why?
well, we got to get the strongest of us among us. These are hefty.
I'll stand
canisters.
to the side. He can go.
I'm strong enough. I can fly. I can create a point of leverage.
all right.
I'm capable of flight.
All right.
I also found this
I'll hold the
canister. Everyone
lantern.
else was screaming
I'll
about
hold
the
the
room,
lantern.
All right.
the
All right.
moon.
Hold the line steady, Gricko.
All right. You just look like a weak wizard. That's all I'm saying.
I light a cigarette.
Steady.
I had my anima drained by a shower.
All right. On the count of 3, we're all Well, no, let's not do it that way. We gotta pour them in one at a time. I'll go first, followed by Phil, followed by you,
My name is Frost.
Then Torbeck.
then Torbeck, and then
Gideon's
Gideon,
last.
and then Gricko over here.
Oh, I'm holding the line.
Oh, and Crimmy over here.
I'm standing to the side.
Well, then who's gonna take the 6th one?
I'll do 2 of them.
All right, fine. You get
Yeah,
the
he's
6th.
a big, strong
All right,
star.
here we go,
Oh,
then.
he's all bricked up.
Here we go. All right, here we go. And he pours in the first soul
On a
canister.
Tuesday?
From a certain point of view.
He was a good friend.
Gideon finally read the letters. I don't know.
He pours in the first soul canister, and a strange grinding noise begins to happen within. The vagrant looks a little concerned, but you hear him mumbling to himself that this has never happened before, and the tank is empty, and it's gonna take more to get it up and running. As Phil lets loose the next one, Frost, you step up and let loose the 3rd one. It is in this moment that a thunderous roar shatters the stillness, and the ground trembles as the Ghostlight locomotive tears free from the foliage that's trying to encase it. You notice too late the final branch-like tendrils of the phantom train hopper's lingering remnants slithering into the ghastly smokestack of the enormous engine. With a cacophonous groaning and creaking, the locomotive changes before your eyes, sprouting a malevolent face with burning, ghastly eyes filled with wickedness. Now a truly monstrous and haunted construct, it spins around and thunders towards you. I need you all to roll for initiative.
Oh! With a natural 20 and a +1, I got a 21.
Before we resolve this, can I use my Azure-born ability to give 2 people advantage?
Oh.
Because of
I
my...
can't do
I
any
would
better.
love it.
I rolled very low.
I can't do any better, so give the advantage to
I'm going to give my advantage to Kremi and Gideon,
and-
but I am able to enjoy this benefit because I have Glimpse of Fate.
12. I got a 10.
I got an 8.
I rolled a natural 1. I have a 3.
As the 3rd of the soul cans was poured into the Ghostlight locomotive and it began to transform, all of you are thrown back a little bit, and those of you that are holding onto the 3 remaining soul cans, you feel them fly out of your arms with the impact, and they land haphazardly around this outcropping as the Ghostlight Express rears up in front of you. You are staring down at this thing as the creepy smile on its face is looking at each of you, not just the hagamoon in the air above you looking down at you, but also this train with its horrible, crooked grin as it stares out at you. And even though it essentially got the jump on you, Torbeck, you are much faster, and you are able to strike first.
Awesome. Since I took a short rest, my strength has returned to normal from our very first encounter in this adventure.
Nice.
And as my first action on my turn, I'm going to rage. I'm going to use my barbarian rage. You will all kind of see the tanks on my back begin to glow a little bit brighter. This mysterious liquid that is a part of my experiment nature. And as I rage, I will use my volatile serum to again choose monstrosity as my limbs begin to grow and my flesh kind of undulates as I become a large creature. And you notice again as Torbeck's voice changes. And this voice that comes out from Torbeck says, "Oh, I'm back for more fun. What's all this then?" And he charges forward to attempt to attack this insane monstrosity of a locomotive.
Train's alive! Train's alive! Train's alive! Ah!
I'll make a slashing attack with my natural claws. Okay, that's a 24 to hit. That's going to be a total of 10 points of slashing damage as I try to rake my unnatural experiment claws across the metal grate that this face has formed in. I'm not done yet.
You rake your claws into the metal of the Ghostlight Express. You hear the iron grinding as your claws sink into it. You watch as the metal peels back, and the locomotive, the spectral plume that's billowing out of the stack wails in pain as you do this damage to it. But just in the same way that you were able to shrank off the decrease in your strength with your short rest, there is something about this area. This place now belongs to the Ghostlight locomotive. And there is something about this place that, though you rested, has taken an effect in all of you. And I need you all to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
18.
Oh wait, do we still have bless? Does that help here?
You do.
Oh, it's a saving throw.
It's a saving throw.
Bless, hooray! Nice.
22.
Oh,
22.
10.
Woo!
I got a 20. Dirty 20.
22.
10.
3 of you feel this strange energy that's emanating from the Ghostlight Express. It seems to spread out deep into the woods around you, but you are able to shrug it off. Cremy and Frost, however, you're not, and you feel weakened. While in this place, you are overcome by this ghastly shroud, and you don't know it yet, but for the sake of game state, you will only take half from any healing that is done to you while you are within a mile
I'm a wizard.
of the Ghostlight locomotive.
Wow.
Oh, no.
A mile? That's not very far.
That's
Just
fine
1
to fail.
mile. A mile?
Oh my gosh.
That's just fine. I will. What does that feel like? Is it?
It feels like something has sapped your strength. You feel like just the very air around you is difficult to breathe. Like this ghostly shroud, this plume of specters that's being belched forth from the smokestack on this locomotive is hindering your ability to exist.
There's the smoke and this sort of spectral, ghastly, just fire and ichor that's in my lungs as I'm struggling to catch my breath, and I'm gonna stumble again. How are we gonna stop this thing? And I'll pull out my pistol and I'm going to fire a shot at it. 7 to hit. I miss my shot as I cough and almost fall to one knee and kind of back up a little bit as I'm a little freaked out about this thing.
You take a shot at the locomotive and it rears back on these spectral rails and looks towards all of you. I need everyone that is within a 30-foot cone of the Ghostlight locomotive.
All of us, easy.
I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I got a 10, which I assume will fail. If it does, I'd like to use one of my Curseborn features.
Okay.
I'm going to use Gray Balance. When I fail a saving throw, I can take a reaction to succeed instead. When I do, I have disadvantage on D20 tests until the end of my next turn. I can use this trait once, and I regain the ability to do so when I finish a long rest. So I'm going to turn that failure into a success.
Damn.
Wow.
As I kind of bristle and my fur will kind of stick up on the back of my neck as I try to channel this innate nature of resistance to whatever this is happening.
That's like legendary resistance with a cost.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yep.
So you pass. What did you get, Frost?
23.
11.
7 for me.
14.
The DC was 13. So anyone who fails is going to take full damage. Anyone who succeeds takes half damage. You watch as the Ghostlight locomotive rears forward. The grate opens up on its face and it lets out a blast of spiritual exhaust as all of you are washed over by these wailing specters that eat away at your flesh. The necromantic energy burns at you as your skin begins to blacken and darken beneath the heat of the spiritual wailing. 15 for anyone who failed, and half for
15 for anyone who failed?
Yeah. Half
first.
Half of you succeeded.
Oh, I see. I succeeded. So 7. What variety of damage?
Necrotic.
Okay, I can't resist that.
Gricka.
I am going to stumble back, as I'll say.
Oh gosh, Stranger Love! Stranger Love, Hoochie, help me, Hoochie, help me, Hoochie! Oh, come on, Hoochie, give your papa some good luck!
I am going to cast a Crooked Moon spell. I am going to I'm going to cast Ancestral Communion. It is a first level spell. I invoke the wisdom of my ancestors to gain insight into my trials. When you cast the spell at the start of each of your turns for the duration, you gain Heroic Inspiration if you don't already have it. I'm going to take a Heroic Inspiration right now.
Oh, wow!
And because I need to survive this, and I'm presuming I would not be surprised if necrotic damage doesn't do too well for this guy. So I don't know if damage.
This has not been your chapter.
No, it's not. It's not. Hootsie will kind of linger, almost half in reality and half not, as she circles around me, and I feel inspired by Hootsie, my shadowy owl bear, being with me as I gain her guidance.
It is going to use a legendary action, and it is going to move 25 feet, or as much as it needs to get into Frost's space.
Oh yeah.
It does not take opportunity attacks as it moves along its spectral rails, and it is going to it will grapple you against the spectral rails. You watch as Frost is grappled by this thing. He is attached to the grate at the front of this train.
No.
And it should be within 10 feet, I believe, of a soul can.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow.
Exactly.
You watch as it consumes this soul can. The damage that you've done to it seems to repair itself almost immediately. And it begins to, the wheels begin to chug faster and faster and faster. It seems significantly more powerful.
Does anything happen to me if I was in front of it and it moved through?
It ran him over.
You would also be grappled. The escape DC is 14, so on your turn you can attempt to escape.
Yeah,
But you're not restrained, right?
No, just grappled.
Oh.
You watch as the Ghostlight Express consumes this soul can and regains its strength, emboldens itself. And then you watch as from the smoke stack a wisp appears out and shoots back to the spot where the soul can had been. A spectral haint appears, looking weakened, but this is clearly enraged. This is, you can see immediately that this is what would have happened to all of those people that you had met on the train had you left them to be consumed by
We don't recognize this haint,
You
though.
do
Some
not
new guy.
It is some new guy.
Fuck you guys.
So we spared all those ghosts from
You
this fate.
spared them from this fate.
And this is a wayward haint.
This is a wayward haint, and it does seem like it is not at its full strength. It's wobbling a little bit, but it is looking at all of you ferociously. Gideon, it's your turn.
I don't know about this one, Crimmy, but when in doubt, we'll hit it very hard. Hey, look out! And I will. I'm gonna cast my great axe out to the side, and for a moment, the blade will catch the gleaming light of the moon as it shines down, and I will cast the Hungering Blade. And for 1 minute, I'm gonna imbue a weapon that I'm holding with ravenous negative energy. For the duration, when I hit a creature with an attack using the empowered weapon for the first time on a turn, it'll take necrotic damage equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, and I will gain temporary hit points equal to the damage dealt. And I'm gonna roll forward, and I'm gonna try and run. I don't know if this will do anything or if this matters, but I'm gonna run kind of like at the train towards the section where Frost and Torbeck are scooped up. And I'm gonna try and just not hit them, but attack very close. And if there's anything that looks like they're very caught up in it, that I could kind of strike towards and maybe help them out, I'd like to kind of aim in that direction.
Pick one of them.
Yeah.
Torbeck.
Okay.
Well, he's
I will say you'll have advantage on
you
your
like
escape
Frost more,
DC because of what Gideon's doing to try.
I don't want to play favorites. He just always feels so bad.
Was that spell from the Crooked Moon, or was that where did that spell come from? I have never seen that before.
Spell's from the Crooked Moon.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
From the Crooked Moon.
How about that?
Oh, man.
How about that?
And I can take that as a paladin. A 16 to hit.
16 hits.
So I'm gonna do 3 necrotic damage. So I'll hit. So it'll just do 3 necrotic damage, and however much that actually happens, if it is in fact resistant, I'll
it does appear to be resistant. You attempt the necrotic damage, and a little bit of it takes, but.
So because I get the temp HP, is it like what does it actually take? Does it take 1 point of damage?
So it would be half. Is it half rounded up?
Rounded down.
Down round. So it
So
would be
1 point of damage.
Yeah, takes 1.
5 points of great axe damage.
You slash into it, and you watch as the metal peels back, similar to when Torbeck had slashed at it. As this happens, the wailing of the smokestack turns into the sound of a haunting whistle. It is going to use another one of its legendary actions, and it begins to blow this haunting steam whistle. I need 1 creature within 30 feet. In retaliation to you, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Gideon.
Oh boy.
Very wise.
Better than you than me.
That's correct.
In saving throw, you're blessed. You're blessed.
You're
You're too blessed to be stressed.
You're
It's
blessed.
not gonna matter. I'm pretty stressed.
Hey, you know.
Blessed is more.
10.
That fails. You are going to take 8 psychic damage, and you have the frightened condition until the end of your next turn.
Yeah, I'm going to speak to my new friends on the other side. I'm gonna reach out to the aberrations, the eldritch powers, all the things that I've been holding at bay for so long in my mortal life. I'm gonna tell them that the gods are liars and that laws are chains, and I'm gonna unleash them on the Ghostlight Express.
Call that shit safe.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow.
Jesus.
I cast Mind Spike. I unleash this psionic energy, basically opening portals. But in addition to the fact that it has to make a Wisdom saving throw, I am going to use my intrusion to force it to have disadvantage on this saving throw using Overwhelming Mind. The DC is 13.
Okay, so I got a natural 14 for its first one. It's going to use a legendary resistance and succeed.
Oh, okay. I believe you still take half as much, so instead of all the additional benefits, I need a D8, not a D6. You take 7 points of psychic damage, Ghost Train. You. I will say, help! Oh my gosh, I'm caught in a spectral rail train! I'm not gonna use my action to do any. I can't because I've used this spell. I can't escape. I don't have any bonus actions. That's it. I'm just stuck in this ethereal rail fog.
It is going to use its next legendary, its final legendary action.
Oh boy.
And it's going to use ghostly rails again. It's going to turn and it's going to run through all of you and try and get to Gricko and see how many of you it can attach to the rails.
I mean, it's definitely.
I think it's all of us. I think it's all of us.
A larger, smaller creature whose space it passes through has the grappled condition.
I'm gonna yell out. He's going for the soul cans.
The rails are
Not grappled, is he also
Kami's
grappled?
grappled.
Yeah. We just get picked up on this train. It's almost like it's a train.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah.
You're here too.
And that is its legendary action, Torbeck.
Yeah, so if I have to use my action to escape the grapple, I'm not going to do that because I will lose rage. So I am just going to keep attacking while I'm stuck to the ground of this thing.
You're not disadvantaged as long as you attack this guy.
Oh, I'm not going down like this. And I will use a bonus action to change the serum that I'm actively using to reconstruction. The serum dulls pain and forces wounds to rapidly knit. Upon activation and at the start of each of my turns, I can expend and roll a hit point die. I will regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus my Constitution modifier with a minimum of 1 hit point. Any that I gain in excess beyond my hit point maximum will become temporary hit points. So I'm going to start by rolling a d12 and adding 3, so that's going to be 13 points of healing. I only needed to heal 7 to get to max. So that's going to give me an additional 5 temporary hit points. I also am no longer large. I shrink back down to a normal size. I lose my reach. I look more normal again. And now while I'm stuck to the grate, I'm going to pull back and attempt to slash again at this spectral train. I will attack recklessly, but because I use my gray balance, I will be at just normal straight up because I have disadvantage on all d20 tests until the end of my turn. And that is going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
That hits.
Damn, nice, dude.
And I will do a total
If it doesn't,
of
then we're in trouble.
10 points of slashing damage again. Oh, I'm just like screaming, trying to slash at this thing. But you do notice that the wounds, that blackened hair, the flesh, starts to heal up a little bit. If you deal fire or acid damage to me, it will not trigger at the start of my turn.
Amazing.
So he basically looks
But
like Warwick from
you
Movie
are
Weapons.
That's right.
you are slicing into this. So you're furiously digging your claws into the grate of the Ghostlight locomotive. You see bits of the grill being ripped off as more spectral energy is spilling out of it now, and it is its turn. It is going to first see if Spirit Exhaust recharges, and it doesn't. It's going to rail slam against you, Torbat.
I'm ready to tank this thing. I'm in
and
tank mode.
It has advantage because
it does.
It consumed the soul can.
Yep.
It also reckless.
And yeah, reckless intent.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It is definitely going to hit.
Yeah, my AC is only 14.
It's going to do 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Awesome. I will take half because I'm resistant to
And you
bludgeoning.
were thrown off of the rails 10 feet away from it in a straight line. The haint is going to move towards whatever it's closest to, and it will be right behind you, Kremi, looking at you spookily.
I'm hearing all of this ominous jazz in my head, and all of a sudden I start to kind of feel the rhythm and the song fill my ears, and all I can do in this dour moment is to celebrate our impending doom as I pull out my trombone. Tromboning's all I know! I will use my species trait called Dance of Death. It's a bonus action. I can make a DC 15 Charisma musical instrument or performance check. If I succeed, the next attack roll you make before the end of your turn has advantage. If I succeed on the check by 5 or more, I can roll one of my hit point dice without expending it and gain temp HP equal to the number rolled.
That's huge.
Very high.
One of
Come
my
on.
very favorite abilities.
I fail.
Oh,
Yeah, I fail. I have to roll a 10 to succeed. My pistol's in my belt. I put my trombone away, and I just, in my breast coat pocket, I pull out a dagger, just desperate, and I stab it into the side of the train.
Oh.
And you'll see runes and sort of Jinxcraft glyphs fill in, as I won't be disadvantaged, and so sneak attack will actually trigger a 17 to hit.
That hits.
nice.
Let's go. And it is going to glow.
We're all around you, so presumably you can sneak
Oh,
attack.
yeah.
So 7 piercing damage. But then the sneak attack damage, the Jinxcraft magic, will transfer through the dagger into its side. As I rolled a 7, I'm going to
Nice.
use my Jinxcraft feature called Hexslinger. So until the end of the target's next turn, the target's speed is halved, and for that duration, attack rolls against it have advantage.
Nice.
So I got
Let's
cheap shots
go,
in
baby.
my Hexslinger. And so that is another 7 points of damage. So 14 damage total.
14 damage. What type?
All piercing.
It is going to use a legendary action. You watch as it regains a significant amount of health as it consumes the soul canister. And then once again, that mode of spectral light appears out of it. And where that soul canister had been, another haint appears.
There's shit we can do about this.
My turn. I want to be, oh, we're going with it. Oh, how do we got these spooky ghosts everywhere? Okay, Hootsie, come on, let's kill these spooky ghosts. As I call
Nice.
forth Hootsie, I use Omen of Doom on, I'm gonna use Omen of Doom on this guy here.
Nice.
I mark him as Hootsie emerges from the shadows, and as part of that bonus action, I command her to attack, as she is going to attack this haint. Do that. Ooh, baby. 14 to hit.
Is this the first
haint,
haint that
the wayward
appeared
haint.
or the second
The
one?
first haint.
The first haint, okay.
Yep.
That hits.
Okay. 12 points of necrotic damage to this wayward haint.
You watch as Hootsie slices into this thing, and it doesn't seem to be shrugging off any of the damage,
Wow.
and you watch as in one swipe she obliterates this thing, and
nice.
it turns into spectral dust and disperses throughout this
Hell
place.
yeah.
And as it disperses, you see, although she's still kind of cute in her like shadowy form, her eyes narrow and she slinks back into the shadows. As I've killed this one, I then turn and I levy my crossbow at this one as I pull the trigger as my action.
Oh, big
That's
money.
13 plus.
Bunch.
That hits.
It's just a basic crossbow because he does not have my Omen of Doom, and so it's just going to be 1d10
Piercing.
plus 3 piercing. Yeah. Oh!
Wow.
13 points of piercing damage.
Max
Thunk.
damage.
As I am just up against this rail, grappled. As I'm doing crowd. I'm managing the mobs.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You watch as the bolt pierces into its spectral flesh, and though it sinks in, it's very clear to you immediately that it's not doing the amount of damage that you expected
But it's
it
still
to.
taking some damage.
What?
It's still taking some damage.
It's still taking some damage. It is barely hanging on. You watch as it leans forward. It was already weakened, but you can see now as this spectral white ichor begins to spill out of its ears, its eyes, and its mouth as it begins to cough up this spectral bile, and it is not looking good.
Many haints. I'll handle it. That's my turn.
Nice. It is going to use a legendary action, and it is going to turn towards you, Gricko. You watch as it almost looks between where the one haint was obliterated and the one that's barely holding on, and you watch as it lets out another haunting whistle. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
I'm going to use my wisdom saving throw, and I'm going to use my heroic inspiration as well. 13.
13 passes.
Wow.
The DC is 13.
That's close.
You do not
goodness.
take any damage. You are able to
Ancestral
shrug
communion.
off the sound of this, and you,
that's my holy grail.
as this happens, it's almost as if the whistle on the train malfunctions, and it doesn't seem like it is able to utilize this again as it works to repair itself.
Nice try.
Gideon.
I think I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Always wise.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
It's a great spell, folks. It's a really good spell.
Yeah, it's looking
In
pretty
2024.
good right now. It's looking pretty good right about now. And I guess that's it. I'm still stuck on the train, but you'll see this silver light in my hand. It almost feels like it dances like a flame as I'll press my palm to my chest, and I'll feel that burning glory of the silver path. I'll also lay on hands there just for another
It's all
5.
like a
Yeah.
big healing.
Yeah, big
turn.
throw in just as one action, the
It
silver
seems
path.
to react to
We'll
the
see.
healing that
Uh-oh.
you're doing, and it
Oh,
turns. And I mean, this is just flavor. You do what you're doing. It's just going to use the legendary, its last legendary action, and it's going to turn around and it's going to head its speed, which is 12 feet, towards the next soul canister.
I'm going to use Frostbite because it means that I can force you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's true.
I reach into the beyond. I open portals, and this numbing frost starts to crush the sides of this spectral train. DC 13.
20.
I'm gonna force you to have disadvantage on that by using my intrusion ability once again.
I think he wouldn't want to take whatever this is. So I'm going to
Yeah,
legendary resist
he
him.
feels the maw of the beyond. That said, instead of taking 1d6 cold damage and having disadvantage on his next weapon attack, I will roll this intrusion die and not get a 1. That's correct. I do not get a 1.
Nice.
But this drops now to a D2.
D2.
Yikes.
And
Torbeck.
that'll be the conclusion of my turn.
The last attack that you dealt to me removed all of my temporary hit points, so my flesh continues to knit. And I'm going to use my last hit die to get temporary hit points. I'm going to roll a d12 plus 3. That's going to be another 13 temporary hit points.
Nice.
But that's my last hit die.
Oh.
I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling good. And I'm going to say, swiggity swoosh, I'm going for the caboose. As I rush at this guy, and do I need to recklessly attack?
You're advantaged.
So I'm not going to recklessly attack this time?
It's cheap shot.
Am I still blessed after all this
Yes.
time?
Yeah.
Yes.
My goodness, thank
After
God.
all these years.
That's going to be 17 to hit.
Nice.
That hits.
Big hit. Big
For a
hit. Here we
total
go.
of Only 11 points of slashing.
That's pretty good, man.
Once again, it takes he seems to take the full amount as you tear into now the side of the Ghostlight locomotive.
Stop running from me! That's my turn.
There is it is his turn. He is going to he's gonna look towards. I mean, you did just attack him, and he is a incensed train. I think he is gonna reach out towards you, Torbeck, and he's gonna attempt to rail slam you again.
He backs up the caboose. He twerks.
Let me die like this. Don't save me.
25 to hit.
I'll do it.
That's
12 points of bludgeoning
That is
damage.
almost all of my temporary hit points.
And you were pushed 10 feet away.
You're resistant.
Oh, that's right. I'm resistant.
Yep.
Thank you for reminding me.
And he's knocked back
And then
again 10 feet.
10 feet.
So I have
and
7
then
temporary hit points.
there's still a haint there. He is going to dash straight to Torbeck. And he is going to
You need to
attempt
talk on me too?
to attack Torbeck. And he is going to miss. He reaches out and attempts to dig his fingernails into you and rend your flesh. But he is barely holding on. The ichor that is dripping out of his eye sockets now is impeding any sense of spatial awareness that he has, and he lunges forward and misses you completely.
Was that the train's turn?
That was the train's turn.
Cheap shot falls.
Okay.
Good to know.
Great use of cheap shot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge.
Grammy.
Oh, great! This is the perfect turn order for my stuff.
Yeah, really.
I'm like in the grate. I've dropped the trombone. The knife is stuck into the side of him. I grab my pistol. I'm your Barry.
It's gonna be natural 20. It's gonna be natural 20.
Oh god, I hope so.
I'm disadvantaged.
It could be too.
God.
It could be a natural 20 and then not, and that would be less than that.
both
natural.
The I'm your Huckleberry will be that bonus action was my steady aim.
Ooh!
As I was just trying to keep my aim to give myself advantage and not move.
Grapple anyone.
Counteracting the disadvantage, I'm
right.
rolling this straight.
All right.
With bless.
Now just smoke this. Come
I'm gonna
on.
get a natural 20.
12.
Unreal.
12 misses.
That's good.
Do I have? Hold on. Do I have anything? I might have some kind of like Jinxcraft tricks.
Gun having tricks.
Hold on.
I've never seen you roll as bad.
No,
No.
this
I
is-
don't think I've ever rolled as badly in my
Use some
life.
of my dice.
Crammy, you okay?
No.
The Ghostlight locomotive is going to use a legendary action. He's no longer impeded by decreased
Cheap
speed.
shot. Yep.
And he's going to rush toward the at half speed, so 25, towards the remaining soul can. Is he within 10 feet?
Nope.
No, he's stuck.
Because I have Ancestral Communion, I get a Heroic Inspiration back because I maintain concentration on the spell. So I feel a bit more lucky. And I'm saying, Hoochie, you're on the big bad train! I said many haints handle it, I'm gonna handle it. As I use a bonus action to cast Omen of Doom. As I am marking the train, Hootsie is going to emerge as she emerges from the shadows again with a hoot and slashes forward with an ominous rend. Because I have a tactic for Hootsie. Actually, I'm going to put her right here. It's very tactically important because I can basically put her here. And then she is going to make an attack. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
That hits. This is for the soul can?
This is no. So this is for Hootsie attacking the train.
Oh, gotcha. Yep, that
and
hits.
Necrotic damage. It's going to be necrotic damage, but it is what it is. 7 points of necrotic damage as she slices him.
Hootsie's trying her best. And she's doing a little bit of work, but it is not as much as you had hoped.
But not immune.
No, not
And if the creature is not immune to fear, it is frightened of Hootsie until the end of its next turn. I don't know if it's immune to fear.
you watch. You're familiar with this happening before, and the tactics that Hootsie has at her disposal, and you wait to see even a flash of fear across the face of this locomotive, and there is no fear present.
Okay. I figured not. Can I shoot the
try.
soul can?
Good try.
You're disadvantaged if you're caught up in it.
Yeah, but I have heroic inspiration. I'm going to use my heroic inspiration and use it. Boop. I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration to just roll straight. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
As I'm there, I see the soul can. I say, "You're not gonna get this." Boom, thunk. That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
You watch as Gricko takes aim, and this bolt flies through the air, expecting it to be aimed towards the locomotive itself. But Gricko has his eye on something else: the tiny glowing, or the glowing soul canister that is nestled on the ground. And as it pierces, you hear the wail of the soul that escapes from it. The locomotive is not able to consume it and regain health from this soul, but where it was, you do see a haint.
Well done, Gricko. Well done.
Don't worry, I got this, don't worry. Okay, it's my turn.
It is going to use its legendary action, and just to get you all closer to the haint, and it's going to use ghostly rails again to move you all directly in front of the haint.
As soon as it gets 5 feet, Hootsie is going to let out an ominous hoot as she uses her reaction. And the Ghostlight Express, the Ghostlight locomotive, needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
14.
That succeeds. So it's going to continue moving.
That's its
Gideon.
legendary action. It's Gideon's turn.
Strapped to the front of this thing, now a little bit closer. Well, let's try this one more time. And I'm going to from my form, those similar silver flame chains will erupt from my person and shoot out and attempt to wrap around the train as well as the haint that's towards my back as I evoke my Castigate. I use a channel divinity to use Castigate. As a magic action, you can expend 1 use of your channel divinity to clap those you would bring to justice in fiery shackles. Choose a number of creatures. I mean, the train's a creature.
Yeah.
Choose a number of creatures up to your charisma modifier, which is plenty. It's like 4. 2. You can see within 30 feet of yourself. Each creature must succeed on a strength saving throw or be wrapped in fiery shackles and have its speed reduced to 0.
Big money.
DC's 13, I believe.
They both fail.
Nice.
And I don't have legendary resistance.
So these silver flame chains wrap around the hull, the body of the train, as the edges will shoot down to the ground and almost like tent pole planted in and lock its speed down, as well as it'll wrap around the chain behind me. And as a bonus action, I will ignite the chains in radiant fire, silver radiant fire, dealing 6 points of fire damage
To both this haint over here and the train.
to the haint and the train.
You blast forth that holy energy, and you see as it singes the haint. It is barely holding on. It's in a similar state to the other haint that's where ichor is pouring from their eyes, and it is barely able to move forward. The train itself is looking worse for wear, I should say. It doesn't look like it's about to fall over at any point, but you're noticing that it's slowing down. You're noticing that it is struggling. You can hear the whine of the engine now. You can hear the grinding of the wheels, especially as it tries to move forward while you hold it back with these spectral chains. So it's Frost, your turn.
I am going to speak to my aberrant buddies on the other side. I'm gonna ask them for help. I cast Data Flare, and I kill it instantly. No. What you're gonna see is I'm gonna focus in, and I'm going to request the help of these creatures. I'm murmuring and whispering, and I'm mechanically casting Cloud of Daggers. Unfortunately, it doesn't force an intrusion die test because I keep trying to force that shit, but it will allow me to do some damage. 5-foot cube centered on a point within range. I'm gonna put it here, right at his butt. The caboose, as they say. I'm going to do 14 points of slashing damage. And I'm going to concentrate on that. It's going to stay there, and it's going to do damage to any creatures that I care to damage.
This eldritch, like maw opens up behind
Mouths
the
whispering,
train.
eyeballs are floating
And
around.
begins-
They're all swirling in this tornado of
begins
nightmares.
to tear away at the caboose of the locomotive, the backside of this thing. As the locomotive begins to take this damage, you see it lurch forward. The Ghostlight locomotive grumbles and shudders with a burst of otherworldly light. Its face becomes a nightmare exaggeration with a crooked iron grin, and huge black plumes of billowing souls erupt from its smokestack, each one twisted into writhing shadows that look like gnarled branches. You watch as this train begins to shift and change once again. You hear the engine speed up even further. You hear the rails begin to grind even faster. The malevolent maw on its face is even more sinister than the moon that is shining down on all of you. It feels almost like it's gotten larger in front of you.
Oh my god.
And that is Torbek's turn.
Oh boy, let me real quick see how close I am here. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's really hard to see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Do I have to technically get to the base of this thing?
Yeah.
You have a haint on you, right?
Yeah, but I was gonna say, screw that guy. But I can't even get to. I can't get to the train, so I'll just attack the haint. I'll recklessly attack him. 15 to hit.
That hits.
12 points of slashing damage. Get away from me!
You immediately shred this thing, and you watch as with every tear of your claws, bits of its form begin to fade away until it turns into nothingness in front of you.
And then as I swipe away at this horrific apparition and get it away from me, I begin to run after the train to try to continue to attack it. And that is my turn.
It is its turn now.
It's gonna whistle this.
You watch as it. I'm gonna see here if.
We're lucky that it hasn't recharged its.
Yeah.
Oh,
His
man.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, because that's devastating.
It's going to
That was
it's going to
brutal.
turn towards you, and it's going to see if it recharges. It doesn't. And it is going to you watch as the rails begin to shake beneath it, and it is going to reach out and is going to slam against you, Torbek.
Yeah.
But the other rail is also going to reach out and slam towards you, Frost. And you watch as this thing has become emboldened now. Whereas it was only able to manipulate one of these rails before, whatever has just happened to it, whatever has invigorated it, it is now able to access both as it multi-attacks between the two of them.
What's the range on it?
10 feet.
Torbek's out of range.
Oh, I thought Torbek was right on its butt.
No,
But
I
that's
couldn't
away
get
from the
it.
base.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then it will do, it'll
It goes
do
right there, or Gideon.
Frost on one side, because it's each of the rails. So it's
Yeah.
going to do Frost on one
hit
side,
all of us.
and then Gideon on the other side.
Balls ready to take.
Well, what's happening?
And it's going to be an 18 to hit Frost.
I will again call upon my new master, and you'll hear this eldritch gibbering, and I will cast Shield as all of a sudden a giant mouth stops the rail in the middle of the air and chomps it away. And I will use that spell slot. That's fine.
Done. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
And it is going to
I can't
do
cast Shield for you. I'm
That'll
sorry.
hit.
I don't have it. I can't.
10 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are pushed 10 feet away from it in a straight line.
Am I not grappled by it anymore?
It breaks the grapple.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's tossing you away.
Wow, take a bite of that silver path sandwich.
Silver path sandwich.
The
Let's
silver
go.
path sandwich, okay. Don't mind if I do.
That sounds delicious.
Okay.
Silver path.
Remy, you're
And
up.
that is
Yeah,
its
that
turn.
sounds delicious.
What's the point, kid?
Can we get away from this depressing Grammy?
I mean, I better steady my aim to hit this brain the size of a bomb, but you know how it is, mechanics and such. And I will use steady aim as my bonus action, and I just want one hit on a normal roll, please.
Oh, we can't hit the bro sort of a locomotive.
Oh, I'm close.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
What's your
15 to hit.
Yeah.
15 hits.
Oh. Got it, brother.
Oh my good.
That's crazy.
And that deals, and it's going to light up with magenta light as it blasts into this thing. and glyphs will appear on the side where I hit it. I deal 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 points of force damage, and I got a 9 on my sneak attack roll.
Whoa!
Send this thing back to hell. Finally.
This is why it's good when Crummy doesn't hit.
Yeah, exactly right. But when I do finally hit, I actually do some damage to it. I'm obviously going to use Hexslinger.
Nice.
And the 9
Bless you.
Excuse me.
is Withered Arm. Until the end of its next turn, the target has disadvantage on D20 tests that rely on strength.
Nice.
So if it's melee attacks or strength-based,
Oh yeah.
it's disadvantaged.
That's awesome.
That's my turn. Okay. Can't move.
It is going to use one of its legendary actions, and it is going to, you see the whistle on your side, Crummy, activate as it lets out a horrific wail from this whistle, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Does he mean me or that?
Better be cut.
I don't know if I rolled above a 10, folks.
Oh, blue blast, you're blessed, you're blessed.
I am blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Thank you, Adela. Ooh.
12.
Pretty wild.
That is not enough. You are going to take... You're going to take, don't worry, it's only 2 points of psychic damage.
Your head immediately explodes.
Great.
But you have the frightened condition till the end of your
Oh no.
God, oh, there really is no point here.
Gricko.
Crummy, hang in there, man. It's gonna be okay. Hang in there.
I'm so scared, kid.
I am going to just turn, and I'm going as I'm wrapped up, I'm gonna try to shoot one of the pipes. Because I'm disadvantaged, I'm going to use my heroic inspiration that I gained at the beginning of my turn because I'm in Essential Communion. I miss. I'm going to use my bonus action. Come on, Hoochie, you've got it, you've got it. She's going to lumber up and swirling along the ground like a shadow as she is going to make an attack roll against. That is going to hit. It's over 20. And she is going to deal 9 points of necrotic damage.
And she's doing this with her claws.
Yeah, it's necrotic. It's her rend. It's part of my
she
Grim
claws
Harbinger
into the back of the train, and though the damage isn't what she's used to and what she would hope, you are still slowly wearing this thing down. The hit that Crummy had just done to it was significant. Yeah. And it, even though it had just emboldened itself and is almost in a frenzy, you see that it is getting even weaker than it had been before. It is, once again, you can hear the grinding and chugging of the engine as if it's struggling. It almost sounds like the wailing specters are crying out in pain. It is going to make another legendary action as it is going to look towards you, Gricko, and it is going to let out another whistle. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
I have blessed. Thank you, Adela Druskenpole.
Ooh. Oh, come on, you're good.
Wisdom, I believe I'm good.
You've got to be okay.
I believe I'm good.
You've got to be okay.
That's 13 exactly.
That is the DC.
That's enough.
Oh,
my goodness.
You were able.
12, I was 1 off.
Yeah.
No,
You've gotten real far.
you've been having a rough time.
You've had a rough run.
You were able to shrug off the noise of this whistle. You are emboldened by your grim companion, Hootsie, and you do not let the sound of this whistle affect you. You're able to shrug it off, and you see that similar to when this has happened before, that the whistle itself cracks, and the train is working to repair itself to use it again. And that is Gideon's turn.
Hey, you train, you let my friend go. You're making him depressed or something.
Are you gonna run up to him?
Oh, yeah, where am I?
You're right over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up. You want to move in front?
Yeah, I'll move to just wherever Cremmy's kind of general direction.
Yeah, maybe
You're right next to him.
Yeah, but maybe here.
Yeah. Big swing.
Oh, hey, kid.
17 to hit.
Big money.
That hits.
Okay, come on, one more time. Just one time, actually, in the beginning. I've done 7 damage this whole thing.
Just cast Zeta Flare.
I, seen Cremmy's crippling depression,
I raise my my axe and ignite its blade that is now has that blood red edge. Will ignite in a silver flame as I bring it down onto this train. Unless this kills it, then I'm gonna knock the train up into the air. Just remember that if that's relevant.
Okay.
This
Do it, Gideon!
This will deal like 6 slashing damage. But then 3 necrotic damage, so 1 necrotic damage.
Great.
So 7 damage in that form. But then it's gonna deal 11 holy radiant damage, unless it's like undead or something. I don't know if it's an undead ghost train. Because if it is, I'll roll another d8.
It's an undead.
Oh, come on.
I believe it's a construct.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I was looking at the Wayward Hand. You're right, it's a construct, so no. No, you can't. No, thank you for telling me that, because I looked straight up at the Wayward Hand, and I'm like, yeah, it's a medium undead.
Yeah.
No, it's clearly not.
So just let me know if there's a...
And also the Hate takes that damage as well, right? They're both chained?
It's not from the chain. I'm just holding the chain right now. To ignite the chain is a bonus action. I smited.
You're using Divine Smite.
I'm using Divine Smite.
Silvery lights.
I'm using the to ignite my bladed edge in the silver light, and I'll gain 1 temp HP. Don't mind if I do.
Nice.
You don't say.
You look.
I
uppercut just dribbles out.
I use my axe to uppercut the train until the whole train soars high into the sky, and then I leap up in the air and grab the front of the chain around and boom, slam it back into the ground and say, "Why don't you ride the silver path, you dumb son of a bitch?" As I suplex the train into the ground.
That is what happens in your mind.
Man, that's cool.
As you rush forward, you see your friends weakened and wounded next to this thing, especially Cremmy, your boss, your companion, your roommate, and you rush forward, your best friend. And this train is making him depressed. This train is ruining him. And you rush forward to come to the aid of the people that you care about the most. And you charge forward into this attack with every bit of holy light that you have within you, this power that is completely new to you upon being reincarnated into this new body. And you move forward and you let loose these attacks. Your chain is still tight around this thing as it pulls the train apart, doing the exact amount of damage that it needed. It had 18 hit points.
Nice.
Minus the 6, minus the 1, takes it to 11.
Yep.
And then the 11 hit points takes it to 0.
Well done.
As you, in your head, you suplex this train, but that is not physically possible in this world. But you are...
Okay. So that's
but you are able to
okay.
rip it to pieces with this holy energy and the help of your chains as it spirals around it and rips this thing to pieces. The wailing sound of these specters as they rise up into the air, and all is quiet for but a moment. As the Ghostlight locomotive's malicious face disappears, its true form returns, belching out the crooked corruption in an acrid black cloud. What remains of the phantom train hopper writhes and rages against its final destruction, but it is quickly annihilated by the billowing fog of the shroud before the mist dissipates from Wickermore Hollow. You stand here, breathing heavy. You feel...
I'm on the ground. Crumb, get out of there, man. Come on, I got you, buddy.
You feel exhausted. You are wounded. This was nothing like you expected your trip to go, and you are now standing here in front of what had previously been a horrific reincarnation of the Ghostlight locomotive, but it is now returned to its normal state. Before you is the train that you had rode in on. It's not in the best shape. It is clearly in need of repair, but it is whole, and it is no longer graced with the same visage of evil that was plastered across the face of this thing. you, in the midst of this fight, never even took the time to notice that Philip, Adela, and the Vagrant were not by your side during this encounter. But it is in this moment that you see as they make their way out of the underbrush, moving towards you, wiping their clothes off, wiping the dirt off of their clothes. Adela runs over to you and checks on each of you to make sure that you're okay. Both her and Philip begin to thank you profusely. All the while, the Vagrant makes his way back to the train, not paying much mind to you, seeing that Philip and Adela have you taken care of. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was wild. How did you do that? I thought it was gonna tear you apart.
He almost did, to be fair. I think it was the good boons and the good fate that you saw in the lovely tarot readings, Your Grace, Your Highness, Your Ladyship. Thank you so much.
It was definitely nothing I did. That was all you. You're so impressive. You're spectacular, but you're completely beat up. We gotta get you back on the train. We gotta get some food in you. We gotta get some good sleep in you. We gotta get you all bandaged up. Oh my gosh, you're bleeding! And she rushes over. She rushes over to you, Torbeck, and she wipes a little blood off of your brow. She does this by literally leaping up. You are so much taller than her, but she stands on tiptoes, realizes it's not enough, leaps into the air a little bit, and wipes some of it away.
Thank you.
As she moves between all of you, trying to tend to you at least a little bit. You must be feeling awful.
Feeling awful?
Yeah.
Not me. I'm in my prime. And I stand up, and I see the lit cigarette that I had lit before this fight started. I go and I reach it, and I pick it up in the cigarette holder that I got from the songstress, and I take a long drag on it.
I'm gonna say, I think I would have been able to take care of that real quick if I was reborn into something like really tall and sporty, muscular.
Almost certainly, yes.
Like about 7 feet tall, taller than Gideon.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think you did a lot better than me in that fight.
I'm just gonna say, it could have been done real quick. I feel like this scorpion tail, it may be in my nature, but it's holding me back.
What do you mean, Dismush? You killed that thing. That was incredible. I saw you charge it. Just looking out for your friends. You just that was amazing. All of you, every single one of you did spectacularly.
Mostly, we were defending ourselves as I tried to invoke the eldritch powers beyond the veil.
Here we go. He also has friends on the other side.
Yeah.
What a poser.
Well,
It's his new thing.
Once we're back inside the train and on our way to the station, the Chateau Clair de Lune, you can tell me all about it, and we'll get you fixed up. We'll get you another cigarette, and we'll get you all cleaned up, and you can talk to Phil if you're not happy in your current form. I mean, you could always talk to Phil. I'm sure once we're on the train, he could look at helping you.
Wow.
What do you think? What do you think about that? And as she starts to address Phil, you hear,
"Sorry, friends," the Vagrant cries out.
What?
"Looks like the Ghostlight Express is moving on. In its current state, it can't take any living passengers, I'm afraid. Soon as I get it all fixed up, I'll be sure to return and pick you back up. But for now, it looks like this is the end of the line. See you in a few weeks, I think." And that is where we will end the session.
Thanks for running the session, Nikki.
You're welcome.
Unbelievable.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you. Gosh, that was fun.
Amazing.
What an awesome fight.
Yeah, jeez.
God, that was tough.
Yeah,
That was tough.
this fight is hard.
Yeah.
If
That's
I
a hard
didn't have
fight.
like active healing, I would have been in deep
If
trouble.
you had not killed that canister, that would have been another 20 hit points that it would have had.
I was almost one shot out of the gate.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I was down like 2 HP.
that freaking spirit exhaust is brutal.
Thank you for running the session.
You're welcome.
Yes,
You're welcome.
thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in. The Crooked Moon, this adventure, this boss fight with these creatures and these subclasses and these species and these backgrounds and these spells
Feats?
And these feats.
Yeah.
All of it.
All of them can be found on D&D Beyond right now.
That's right.
And you can get either the player options in the campaign setting or the monsters and the adventure campaign, or you get the bundle and you save $10.
Boom.
And so you can enjoy all of this and so much more to have a wonderful folk horror adventure and game with your friends.
When we say more, this was a streamlined version. There's all sorts of corners and nooks and crannies that we didn't explore in the Ghostlight Express before we even arrived in this dark forest.
And with that, we're going to say goodnight. Thank you all so much for joining us beneath the crooked moon.
Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.